What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Reality Kingdom where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. I have to give a disclaimer for this update. I am exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, soulfully, reality. Um, I might not make it through this podcast. These people are ridiculous. Shout out to anybody who does live feed updates daily because all season I'm like, ooh, more annoying, more annoying, more annoying. These people get worse every single day. And today it was crazy. It almost broke me. Ah, I have to pull out the wheel of emotions because if y'all don't know, I'm someone who I have to find my feelings and really pinpoint what they mean because I'm not good with that. Right now, I'm either sad or angry. I think I'm angry. I think I'm angry. I'm angry. From anger, hurt. I do feel really hurt. Threatened. I'm not threatened by anyone. Taylor and Lala aren't near me right now, so there's no reason to feel that. Hateful. I don't have the hate in my heart. Mad. Absolutely. Aggressive. I'm not Taylor or Lala, if you ask the people in this cast. Frustrated. Very. Distant. No. Critical. Don't even know what that means. I'm either frustrated, mad, or hurt. Isn't frustration just anger and hurt at the same time? I'm gonna go with frustrated. Am I mad or hurt? I really do feel hurt. I want to say frustrated. I'm either infuriated or irritated. I think I'm both. I think I'm both infuriated and irritated. Shout out to Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie says, Pharaoh, you should prioritize your mental well-being. We want you to take care of yourself. This is definitely a hard watch. I want to play you. Thank you, love. That is why I've done the best that I could today. Sorry to the person who was supposed to be on this recap, baby. I had to kick you off because the way I'm finna get through this, tell the girls to come up here and lay down in my bed. Yeah, not tonight. Not tonight. So let's get into this motherfucker update so we can get the fuck out of it. Sorry, y'all. If you hear, I'm telling you right now, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. If you was here and you wanted some uppity and some fun and some positivity, maybe wait until tomorrow or later on or after this week or another show. We have a lot of other podcasts we go over. We talk about other stuff. They just had a blast on the challenge podcast. Like, I don't know what you need to do. Maybe get into the episode recap. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. I'm here to update and leave. Okay. So here we are. Dee has won the head of household. She has currently nominated Drew, Taylor, and Lala. We'll get into exactly how all of that happened. Let's get into it. Apparently, the head of household competition was the balance beam one. We have to run around the balance beams. The only thing Dee is good at is balancing. That's it. So congratulations. You're the HOH. Immediately, we see some conversations, of course, as always. Shout out to Tez. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tez, y'all. Oh, shout out to Tez. Anyways, Melody, she talks to Drew and she asks him, she says, do you tell me everything? And he's like, yes, of course. And she says, I'm going to see this one day, right? I'm going to watch this one day. And he says, yeah, I know. So Melody is suffering from what some people might call delusion. When a mother and a father love each other very much, sometimes the father steps out and the mother believes that he didn't step out because she's delusional. That's what we have right now. Melody likes Drew. Therefore, even though she has all of the evidence of Drew not being faithful to their in-game relationship, she refuses to accept that. Humans don't like being wrong, and humans don't like thinking that someone is loyal to them and they're not. That is why when there are like real life relationships, oftentimes people don't want to believe it or don't want to leave because that's not comfortable. The more comfortable thing would be that Drew is telling her the truth. That's way more comfortable than if he's been lying to her this whole time. She has deluded herself. Mallory talks to Barrett. She has also deluded herself with Barrett. Okay, no say. Barrett tells her that if he wins that if he would have won HOH, no, because D has won HOH, Mallory is concerned about who's going to be nominated, and Barrett reassures her that it's going to be Yash, Taylor, and Lala nominated, and not her. Because Mallory is a little concerned. She's pacing around the storage room a little bit. Y'all know how she does. She's just a little bit scared. So there's that. Boom. Mallory does talk to Barrett about Yash. And she says, Yash shouldn't go this week. We should keep Yash this week because he's one of the only people who will actually target the icons. Barrett doesn't say anything, as he does. Mallory says, if it's just Lala and Taylor left in the game, then the icons will target us. So we need Yash to stay in the game. Barrett says, I guess. Literally. He says, I guess. Shout out to Naya in the chat. Naya says, stay strong. Thank you. But also would not blame you for taking a break. Baby, we're going to try our best. We're still here. This was my worst day, and I still made it. We're going to try our best. D and Devin's Day talk. D says she's going to put up Taylor, Lala, and Yash. We already knew that. Nothing new. Devin says, you know what? The FAP Alliance, he doesn't know their name. Oh, he actually does know their name, actually. But he doesn't say FAP. But let's pretend he did. Who gives a fuck what he said, right? Devin says the four of those people will know we're loyal to them once you put up Taylor, Lala, and Yash. So this is a good idea. And honestly, they won't doubt us and they won't nominate us. D says, Drew would, though. Drew would, though. And D has a plan. She says, I'm going to use my BB bribe this week on Drew to bribe him to not nominate me, you, or Angela for the rest of the game. However, she needs to verify with production if she's allowed to bribe someone for the rest of the game. Spoiler alert, she's not allowed to do that. To even have the gall and audacity to want to do that is crazy. But she's not allowed to do it, thankfully. You know, production, they might have let it happen. No shade. Shout out to Lavetta. Thank you, baby. Period. Taylor and Lala, they speak. And they're like, you know what, girl? Taylor basically says this. She's like, you know what, girl? We need to throw Drew under the bus. Fuck it. As they should. They also discuss, they're a little disheveled, if we're being honest. They're in the pods and they're cuddling each other. They feel alone. They feel like they're the only two people that they have, which I'd say is evidenced by the rest of the day. Lala is crying and they start giggling about the fact that they're not going to cook this week. So everyone's going to be looking crazy because they're not going to be cooking. And because they're have-nots as well, that's a great excuse for them not to cook. No shade. So later that night, they are in the have-not room with Mallory, and they're kind of trying to encourage Mallory to also throw Drew under the bus by reminding her that Drew told Yash earlier that night that the girls, Mallory and Melody, were the ones who were trying to flip the vote, and that's why there was so much issues with the vote. So we move. In the morning time, Angela is up early. They're outside on the balcony, and she's talking to Haley. And Angela's talking about Lala. She's like, Lala didn't even congratulate me for winning the Big Brother blockbuster. Like, her mouth was open she was just the whole time. Like, she's so worried about Kamu needing to go. And my thing is, Kamu, she wasn't going to be Kamu's number 1, number 2, or number 3. And Haley's like, that's the thing. Her and Taylor, their whole goal is just to make jury. Like, I mean, I'm sure they'd want to win, but like them just saying they want to just make jury, that's all they keep saying. So that's how that conversation goes. Angela also mentions Mallory, and she's like, I think Mallory is also really cool with Taylor and Lala and Yash, so we got to keep an eye out on Selena. I don't know why Angela's complaining about Lala having her mouth open and yada, yada, yada. Girl, she was surprised. You've been surprised many times in Big Brother. Hopefully you get surprised again and get evicted. Bow! After that, D talks to Devins. And D is like, look, and they're in the HOH room. She finally can get this shit started. She's like, look, we need to use this power now. Now that we're in power and we have the control, we need to use the power now. She's talked to production, and production has cleared up with her that she's not allowed to bribe someone for the rest of the game. She's only allowed to bribe someone for either the next time they win HOH or the next week's HOH. So she's thinking she wants to bribe Yash. Yash is her first option to bribe. She wants to bribe Yash so that the next time he wins HOH, he can't put up Angela, D, or Devins. If he doesn't take the bribe, then they want to bribe Mallory. So essentially, people who are threats and potentially can win the HOH is who she's looking at. But the first person she wants to try to bribe is Yash. Angela comes in, so it's the three icons, and they're still talking about this concept. And Angela starts throwing Mallory under the bus a little bit. And she's like, Mallory came up to me and said, I was never going to vote for you to leave. So if someone tells you that, it's a lie. And Angela says, that's Mallory just telling on herself. Because, girl, I didn't even ask you, which no shade. She's right. Mallory looks guilty as fuck. Devin says Mallory's energy yesterday was very off and very weird. Didn't like that at all. It was given she was shook, scared, panicking. All of them agree that because Barrett eats their ass all day, that they love him and they never need to vote him out because he will always do what they want because that's all he is. And they giggle about it together, as they should. He. So there you go. Devin says we might need to try to get rid of Mallory in order for Barrett to be fully 100% just with us. So there you go. Dee mentions that she also believes that Barrett threw the HOH to her because he was doing really well in it. However, when he got to the end, he started walking. And then afterwards, she asked him, hey, did you throw the HOH? And he said, he shrugged his shoulders. And so Dee was like, oh my God, thanks. I won't tell anyone. So very likely Barrett threw HOH to his Dami mommy. So after that, they talk about the plan again of bribing Yash, and they're all down for it. So Devins is like, you know what? I'm going to bring him upstairs so we can pitch him the plan. They bring Yash upstairs, and the feeds leave from them, and all four are on Drew and Barrett outside. So we don't know exactly what happened in this conversation, but once we get back to that situation, we find out that Yash did take the bribe. So the next time Yash wins the HOH, he cannot nominate Angela, Devins, or Dee. And they also had a handshake where they shook on it that Dee would not put him up this week. She says, because of the way the bribe works, it doesn't matter for her to keep up her side of any deal. It only matters that the other person has to keep up their side of the deal, like by production. So there you go. Should Yash have taken this deal? If it buys him this week, I think it's fine. I think what's important is that Yash, in my opinion, needs to win the very next HOH. He doesn't need to wait to win HOH again until it's top 7, and then he might have to nominate Taylor or Lala when it would be much better for him to nominate the icons. In my opinion, get it out of the way. If Drew stays this week, perfect. You win the next HOH and you nominate Drew, Barrett, and it could be one of Melody or Mallory, or it could just be Haley if you want to save face. So that way, because you're required not to nom the icons, you can still target one of Drew, Barrett, or Haley. He could try his best. I think that's what he should do. Otherwise, if he doesn't win an HOH for a long time, it could be a sense where he has to nominate Taylor or Lala when the icons are here. And it's like, you don't want to have to do that. That would be crazy. So there you go. Drew and Barrett are talking, and Drew is talking about how he and him are in every single alliance together and that he trusts him and he doesn't feel like they need to talk too often because they are in every single alliance together anyways. Haley ends up joining them and they start walking for like an hour or so with Haley. Keep in mind, Haley really does like Barrett, and then she low-key likes Drew too. So she might genuinely want to work with them. She has this weird thing going on with Barrett and genuinely trusting him. So I guess put a pin in that, potentially. Taylor, well, honestly, you might not have to because Drew and Barrett don't really do much work outside of their bubble of people, but maybe they will with Haley. Who knows? Taylor and Melody, they end up talking. And Taylor reminds Melody that Drew and Barrett told Yash that they were the reason that the vote flipped evict Kamu. And Taylor is like, just remember that both times y'all were on the block, when Mallory was on the block, Drew and Barrett were going to evict her. When you were on the block, Drew and Barrett knew about it and were going to evict you. They was not fucking with y'all and they were going to evict y'all. So there's that. Keep that in mind, period. And Melody is like, yep, you're right. Fuck them. I don't fucking fuck with them, and yada, 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 and woo doo doo woo, and bada, bada, bada. Melody is using the excuse that if Angela would not have won the blockbuster, that they would have actually voted her out. That's what they said they were going to say to them, and that is what they're saying to them. So there's that. And Taylor is like, no shade. Now I kind of want to put up Drew and Barrett for eviction because they're doing all these weird things, and they're the reason that people want to flip on them is because the way they act and the way they play the game. And we know that this is true because Taylor said to Lala last night that she would probably nom Drew, Barrett, and Evans with how they're playing at this moment. So there is that. We see Dee talk to the camera, and she says, I want a mosh pit meeting. I'm ready to talk to the mosh pit and get down to the bottom of what happened last week because I don't really know. And hopefully, with all the conversation, it all lands on Drew because I want to put Drew up. Y'all got me fucked up if you think I'm going to go to the end with Drew, Barrett, Mallory, and Melody, knowing damn well they outnumber us. I'm not going to do that. Dee also says, damn, Yash is so likable. Like, I really fuck with Yash. I wish I could work with him, but we haven't been working since the beginning of the game, so I don't know if I can trust it. But he's smart. He pivots when he needs to. So I'm fucking with Yash, but I don't know if I'll work with him. So there's that. We get to, and that was the result of the conversation they had, which we don't know exactly what happened. But clearly he got her feeling like she wanted to work with him. So there's that. We get to the mosh pit meeting. Child. All of the mosh pit gathers in the HOH room. It's all 7 of them. And Dee says, so I want to know what happened during the time period after we formed the mosh pit to the end of last week. What's tea on that? And Melody is like, I mean, Yash was just telling us that you said you would have put up Drew and that you wanted to use your power to bribe him to put up me and Mallory. So that's what we heard for him. And Dee claims she didn't say the Melody Mallory part and that she did say the Drew part. The thing is that wasn't on the feeds. So we don't get all the information, but that's what she's claiming. She's a liar though. So there you go. Drew starts talking then because Dee says, you, Drew, were up in the HOH room with Kamu and Yash for a while. So what's tea on that? And Drew genuinely lays out exactly what was going on. He was like, Kamu was pushing for Dee to be the target, and I wasn't really saying much. And Yash just said he doesn't care who goes home, that Haley could just be the target in general. And that was kind of it. Dee says, how do you feel about me, you, and Yash really talking about this? Because he brought it up to me. We ended up talking about it. I would love for the 3 of us to talk about it. And Drew is like, alone, right? And Angela's like, I'd prefer if we're all there, actually. I'd prefer if we all are just there. And Drew's like, I'd prefer if it was just the 3 of us, me, you, and Yash. And Dee's like, I'll go get him right now, actually. Let me go get him. Mallory is like, wait, why are we going to get him? I mean, I wasn't really there for that conversation. And Dee was like, are you nervous? Are you nervous? I just don't want any information to be misspread, so we might as well just do it in front of us. And Devin chimes in, and he's like, there's no reason to play the middle. It doesn't matter. We outnumber them. Boom. Sorry, this ain't Survivor. He needs to stop. But they pull Yash up. They go grab him. Yash comes up, and Dee asks again with both of them in the room. She said, who said my name that night? Yash does say it was Kamu. And then Dee is like, okay, well, can you explain further what exactly happened that night when y'all were all up in the HOH room? And Yash is like, I told Drew and Kamu, I'm putting the 3 of y'all up. I let them know that Haley is the main target. And that was just the way it was. After the week kept progressing, if you were still going to be on the block, you would have been the second target, but Angela was never really the target. Boom. And Angela says, oh, I thought, never mind, I'll stay quiet. And Devis is like, I mean, no, I could have swore Drew told us Angela was going to be the target. And Drew is like, oh, I mean, ooh. And Yash is like, well, I never said that. I never said Angela was the target. I always said Haley was the main target. And then after that, whatever happens. That's what I always said. And then Drew said, yeah, I mean, no, me and Yash, we both said Haley should be the target. Me and Yash both said Haley should be the target. That's actually what happened. And they're like, well, girl, that's not what you told us. You told us that they wanted Angela to go. That's what you said. You said Yash wants Angela to go. And Drew was like, no, I meant he wanted Angela to go up. I didn't mean that he wanted her to go. I must have misspoke. And I must have not said go up. I must have just said go, but I meant go up. Y'all didn't understand me. Y'all wasn't thinking. I meant go up on the block. I meant go up. Just lying. So there's that. The conversation ends up cutting. The feeds ends up cutting. So away from this conversation. So we don't really get to see the rest of it. They leave for a while. And then we see people coming down the stairs. We see Melody, Mallory, Yash are coming down the stairs. It felt like to me the crossovers were all still in there and they just kicked out any non-crossover member. But I think Devins also ended up leaving the room because when we flash back to the HOH room, it's just Angela, Dee, Barrett, and Drew. And Drew is like explaining to Angela, like re-explaining exactly what was said and that she was actually just going to go up and she wasn't going to go home. And Angela's like, I just want to let you know that the way you explained it was that I was the target. You didn't explain it like this, so I'm just letting you know that. And Drew's like, no. I did mean go up. I didn't mean go and yada, yada, yada. And Angela's like, well, look, I just needed you to kind of go against that. Like, it seems like you were up there and you just let it happen and you didn't really go against it. And Drew is claiming the reason for that is that he wanted to prevent Barrett from going up. That the most scary thing was that Kamu wanted Barrett, Angela, and Dee up. So he just wanted to prevent as much as he could. And they were like, well, why didn't you throw Taylor and Lala out there? And Drew was like, oh, well, it was Yash. He would never do that. And they were like, well, if you're crossover strong, why not throw up Melody and Mallory out there? You don't got nothing to say. We move. Drew eventually leaves, and so does Angela. And Dee gets to talk to Barrett alone. And Dee's like, Barrett, what the fuck do I do? What do I do, bro? And Barrett's like, well, what do you mean about what? And she's like, I mean, I just don't know what to do. I don't know who to believe between Yash and Drew. Like, I just don't know who to believe. And Barrett's like, I mean, I will give Drew the benefit of the doubt. I do think he's loyal to us and not to Yash. And I think he'd go after Yash, I will say. And Dee's like, but would it be the worst thing if I nominated him? Like, would that be the worst thing? And Barrett's like, I mean, well, I mean, wasn't Devins gonna hit the button if we put up one of you, if they put one of you guys up? Like, we don't want the button to get hit. And Dee is like, I mean, well, would he really even do anything about that? Like, I feel like that we'd be okay. And he's like, well, I guess who would he go up against? And she said Lala and Taylor. And Barry's like, I mean, you might just be asking for him to nominate you next time. And he's like, I mean, I think he'd do it regardless. Wouldn't he do it regardless? Like, he would just put me up regardless. Barry's like, well, you may lose Mallory and Melody. And Dee's like, I just don't trust him. I think I should do it. And he's like, yeah, that's true. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. Like, I don't love the idea of Drew going up, but, you know, maybe there's benefits. Are there long-term benefits? And Dee's like, I just feel like long-term he doesn't trust me and he would put me up if he had the chance. Like, I do feel like that. I feel like that's the case. And I feel like he was up there and he was a part of the fact that me and Angela went up. And Bear's like, yeah, that's true. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yash did say that. Yeah, that's true. And Yash is pretty cool. I just feel like Yash is pissed at Drew. I just feel like he's pissed at Drew. And even though Drew plays both sides, he's loyal. He's loyal. And Dee's like, well, he would have just put me up though. He would have put me up anyway. So it doesn't really matter. He just would have put me up. So there's that. And I mean, if I don't put him up, I'm just confused on the third nom. Like, who would it be, Melody or Mallory? Like, I don't know. And Bear's like, well, I will say Mallory, I think she's good with the mosh pit. I think Melody's pretty good with it too. Like, I don't even think they'd be that mad if you put them up. I don't think they'd be that mad at all if you put them up. I think we're fine. So there's that. And then he's like, what about Haley? And she's like, I don't think I should put up Haley because Haley doesn't have anyone. He's like, you're right. You shouldn't put up Haley. You probably shouldn't. I don't think you should put up Haley. I don't think you should put up Yash. You're right. You shouldn't put up Yash. You shouldn't put up Haley. I don't think Mallory would be mad if you did it. And you know what? Melody probably wouldn't be mad if you did it either. Like, I don't think she'd be mad either because she was low-key irritated with Drew. Like, if you put up Drew, I don't think they'll be mad. I think they'll all be fine. And he's like, so what should I do? What should I do then? And Bear's like, does Angela want Drew up? And he's like, everybody is okay with Drew going up. And he's like, well, if everyone's okay with it, then I think that's fine. Like, you know, if he won, he wouldn't go after us, but I think that's fine. What should I tell him? Should I tell him I know or what? And Dee's like, you can tell him whatever you want. I don't care. And that's how that conversation goes. Devins and Dee, oh, I lied. Devins and Drew are talking downstairs while Dee and Barrett are having this conversation. And Devins is explaining to Drew, like, girl, we called Yash up there so we could catch Yash in the lie. And it was given we caught you in the lie. Because you definitely told us that Angela was the target. And then when you just had that conversation, it was given that Angela wasn't the target. So what's the tea? And Drew's like, I just misspoke. Blah, blah, blah. Yash and Mallory, they end up talking while all of that is happening. And Yash is kind of just explaining what happened in his one-on-one with D. And he's like, it kind of just went exactly the same way. He's telling them that they were grilling him about all of these different questions about Drew, and that it gives that Drew just got caught up in a lie. No shade. Melody comes over and they all start noticing that Barrett has been in the HOH this whole time alone talking to D. And it was giving like they were feeling a little speculative about it, but that doesn't really go anywhere. No shade. Josh also mentions how they were trying to make him feel weird and nervous about them two, about Melody and Mallory, but he wasn't going for it. So there's that. After this, Dee has the rest of her 101s. She talks to Lala. She lets Lala know that she's considering her. And Lala starts, and that apparently Lala mentioned coming after the icons and stuff like that. And Lala is like, I'm gonna be real, I was never coming for you. I was coming for Devins though. I was coming for Devins. I would have put Devins up, actually. I actually would have. Like, if the wrong person won veto during my HOH, I actually would have nominated Devins altogether. And he would have been my target. But it wouldn't have been you, though. Okay? So, Dee also said, I heard there was a meeting, a full-blown meeting about taking out the icons. And Lala said, let me tell you this. Listen to me. Let me tell you this. If I wanted the icons out, why wouldn't I have nominated them? And Dee was like, but it was after your nominations. And Lala was like, right. So if I wanted the icons out, why wouldn't I put them up? If I literally was the HO, why wouldn't I have done that? I didn't want the icons out. That's not true. That's not true. Melody was walking around. Drew's a motherfucker. And Melody was walking around talking about, I got Drew. He's good. He's good. You don't have Drew. You don't have a thing. You don't have a thing. Drew's a motherfucker. Drew's a motherfucker. I'll tell you that. That's what Drew is. That's what Drew is. And Dee's like, you know what? I mean, I was thinking about Drew. Drew has been doing a lot of wishy-washy stuff. You're right. You're right about Drew. That's how their conversation goes. Dee then talks to Taylor. And Dee says that people were saying that she was campaigning to get Dee out last week. And Taylor's like, no, I wasn't doing that, actually. And Dee's like, well, did you know that Yash was going to put me up? And Taylor was like, I knew that you were a pawn for Yash. You weren't the target, from my understanding. And Dee's like, yeah, but you and Haley, y'all have kind of been like together a lot. And Taylor's like, well, that's because Haley told me that you said that I was calling Haley a liar. So that's what I heard from Haley. And you know, Haley comes to me every morning. I'm in my pod. Haley walks over to me while I'm in my pod, okay? And Dee does let Taylor know that she is a consideration for nominations as well. There's that. Dee then talks to Melody and Mallory. And Dee's like, look, I trust the both of y'all, but Drew, he's very fucking shady. He's fucking shady. He stayed up with Kamu that whole night, and he knew I was going on the block. I know he did. And then Dee starts telling them things that Drew said. He's like, yeah, Drew told me, Melody, that you would do whatever the fuck he said that you'll do, and that you'll listen to anything he has to say. And he also told me, what else did he tell me? Hold on. Oh, that the two of you were the ones who were considering flipping the vote last week. So that's what he's saying about you two. She starts dragging him, throwing him under the bus to Melody and Mallory. They're gagging a little bit. That's how their one-on-one goes. Lala comes back upstairs. She's concerned about being a nominee, and Dee's like, look, girl, even if you're nominated, you're not my target. Move forward. Lala leaves. Meantime, Devins is talking to Barrett. And Devins is concerned about Mallory. He voiced this earlier to Dee and Angela, and now he's voicing it to Barry. He's like, no shade. Mallory was shaking in her boots yesterday. Is given she playing both sides. And Barry's like, well, I don't think she is. Drew joins in. Drew had been in the diary room for 35, 45 minutes. He joins them and he lets them know that he got a power, and the power was the never not pass. So he will not be a have-not for the rest of the season. I do think have-nots might be over after this week. So there's that. That is evil. Like, it shouldn't have never been a power. When I saw it as a power option, I was like, "What are we doing?" But yeah, we move. D then talks to Drew, in a one-on-one fashion. And Drew was like, "I won the power, by the way." Which means I am working with you guys. That's why America voted me to get the power, and they voted you all to get the power because they know I'm working with you guys, and this is great. Like, now you know that I'm telling the truth. Like, I'm working with you guys. I'm working with you guys. And he's like, you can't lie about. Oh no. And then she asks what's the power is, and he says, oh, it's a have not pass. I won't be have not for the rest of the season. And he's like, you can't lie about your power, right? He's like, exactly. It's a have not pass. And he's like, oh, well, when Yash was up here, why weren't you honest about everything that was saying? Why didn't you really air it out and call him out? And Drew was like, honestly, I was just confused as to why you brought him up there. And he was like, I mean, because we had already talked about everything that we talked about here. I already talked to Yash about it. Yash knew that he threw your name out, so I wanted to bring you up there to clear it up, but you didn't really even clear it up. You kind of just sat there the whole time. And Drew was like, I just didn't want it to feel like it was giving bully. Like, I just didn't want it to give bully. Like, was it giving bully? And D was like, it wouldn't give bully. It wasn't giving all of that. Okay. Okay. So there's that. D is like, and this is when D starts asking him a little bit of like, why didn't you try to push this? Why didn't you try to push this narrative? Why didn't you push for Melody and Mallory go up? Yada yada yada. And Drew just explains that he couldn't. He couldn't because of Yash, and Kamu was such a strong force, and he just couldn't do any of that, and that's why he allowed them to go on the block. And D says, well, the house's opinion, everyone in the house's opinion, is that you're playing all sides. So I am considering putting you up. So there's that. Drew says, I have been playing all sides, but I've been giving you all the information. And that's why I have the powers, because I'm on your side. And I don't want you to do it when you know I'm on your side now. And you shouldn't put me up. And da 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 da. And D's like, well, that's the perception of the house. And that is what I'm considering. So there's that. Eventually, he leaves, and Devins comes to the HOH room, and Dee just kind of runs him down on all of the conversations she had with everyone, how she told Melody and Mallory the tea about what Drew has been saying about her, etc., etc. Dee then says, Josh needs to go, but I like him a lot. Like, I don't know, I like him. And he is with Taylor, though. He is with Taylor, but we have a week with him. He can't put us up one of the times he wins the HOH. And Devins is like, I will say I saw Yash talking to Melody and Mallory downstairs. So he's definitely still working with them. And Dee's like, do you think Yash will tell them about the power? And Devin's like, I don't think Yash will tell them about the power because Yash came up to me and asked me to keep it under wraps. So I think we're good. Which I will say, if Yash tells them about the power, his value is extremely decreased. And if he's ever nominated, he could go home. So it makes sense that he wouldn't tell anyone about it, about the fact that he took the 5K and he can't nom the icons. And then vice versa. It makes sense for the icons to not tell anyone about it, because then Yash could just be like, well, fuck y'all. I'm going to throw the HOH so that someone else can nominate you guys, or whatever it may be. So they need to be careful about not exposing it as well. Like, it incentivizes all parties to not really tell about it, for the most part. And it's hard to game around. I feel like Yash does need to quickly just win the HOH and use it, like I said, because otherwise, girl, he going to be stuck looking crazy. So there's that. Then Dee and Devin start talking about the other powers, which is that Drew got the Never Not Pass. And they laugh. They both giggle about the fact that all he got was a have not pass. And Dee is like, I thought my power was bad. That's crazy. And Devin is like, yeah, I literally got the diamond power of veto. That's hilarious. And they cackle. Yeah, production is fucked up for that. Like, if I was Drew, and you could tell Drew was kind of being like, oh, like he was definitely pretty disappointed, but production is evil for not having these powers be any type of equal. Like, they're not nearly as equal as they are. And then I would also feel like, girl, it's just giving favoritism. How is the only two powers given out Devins and D's? And how is it that my power that I got, the third power that's given out, a never not pass? That's not even a power. Like, what are we doing? That's what are we doing? But anyways, they laugh about it. They giggle about it. So there's that. Devins does clear up here. He's like, I don't think we should take out Yash for a while because he's required to not nominate them. And Dee does agree with this. And she does say, like, even if we nominate him, we just need to make sure that he doesn't get evicted because of the agreement that he's made with the 5K. So there you go. Boom. Devins says that a part of him does feel like Drew is actually with them, but what good is he to us if he just allows our names to get thrown out, or literally he's the one who throws our names out, yada yada yada. So that's how Devins is feeling about Drew. He like is telling Dee that Drew might be with them, but he is still allowing her to kind of target him and put him on the block, etc., which is interesting. Dee then says, "Look, I don't trust Haley. I really don't. And she might side with Yash over us as well. I just don't necessarily know what she's going to do. I just feel a little bit weird about Haley." And this is how everyone in the house feels about Haley. No one knows where she stands. She's kind of just over there and everyone's confused about it. So there you go. Dee does consider, she's like, maybe America did vote Drew because he's on our side. So she's trying to like consider that as a potential for why Drew got the power. So there's that. Um, Boom. Drew then talks to Angela. He feels like he needs to clear up with her why he wasn't putting it on the floor about her getting nominated, and in the room with Yash when Angela kind of got confused why he wasn't putting it on the floor there. And Angela's like, I mean, you could have just respectfully let him know. Like, you keep coming up with these excuses like you didn't want it to seem like you're a bully, yada yada yada. You easily could have just cleared it up normally instead of allowed it to be a lie. Which, I'll be honest, y'all, I don't even know what they're talking about, because Drew has admitted that him and Yash both wanted Haley to go. There's like not even really much room for any other thing he could have done. So I don't understand what he's apologizing about, and I don't understand what they're talking about, if I'm being honest. It's not like Yash was arguing with them or anything. Like, there's nothing for him to put on the floor. But we move. Dee then talks to Haley. They have their one-on-one, and Dee kind of tries to clear the air about Haley, about the gossip that they heard about saying each other's name and yada yada yada, and what Taylor said and how Taylor said that Haley said da 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 da. They're clearing all of that up. Boom. Angela comes in, and the three of them agree that they could all try to loosely work together and repair this relationship, because they used to be the HOA trio, the Kanker sisters, and they're all three still here. And so they're like, we can maybe try to repair this, but let's just not be too close to each other. Period. After that, Haley leaves and Dee continues to talk to Angela, and Dee lets her know that Yash is not going to tell about the power, and we shouldn't either. So they kind of are all on the same page about not telling about the 5K power being used on Yash. I guess we can give him the 5K. Is that how this works? Does that make sense for the image to now be given to Yash? Like, I put the diamond power veto on D because it was used on D. And now since it's used on Yash, I'm putting it on Yash. I think that makes sense. So there's that. D then talks to Taylor again, and Taylor comes back and she says, look, I think it would be a mistake if you put me up. I think it would be a mistake if I'm a renom. I think it would be a mistake if I went home, because all of those people downstairs have said they do not want an icon to win. But I'm okay with voting an icon. I would actually love to vote for you. You're a powerful player. You're good at this, yada, yada, yada. I don't care that you won $1 million before. I will vote for you to win, yada, yada, yada. I will say, Taylor has mentioned here and there, like, we shouldn't let one of the icons win. But I don't know that that means she wouldn't vote for an icon to win. So she easily could be lying in this moment. But a part of me feels like she low-key would respect one of their games over a Drew or a Barrett, yada, yada, yada. So there's that. Taylor says it would be a mistake. Don't put me up. And then she leaves. Dee then talks to the cameras and she's like, I know Taylor's not lying, because she is one of the only people who hasn't really said something like that. And Dee does feel like Taylor genuinely would vote for her. And she says, you know why I think she vote for me? Because I'd vote for Taylor. I would vote for Taylor. I would. Like, Taylor's like a strong player. She's good at this. And even though she's in her pods all the time, I mean, she's still playing the game. I would vote for Taylor. I would. But that's why she has to go. That's how she has to go. Because if you would vote for me to win, that also means you're smart enough to know that I deserve to win, and you would probably target me so I don't get there, which is why she has to go. So there's that. Dee then wonders to the camera, America, did you give Drew the power because he's working with us? I don't know. So she's still curious about that. We move. Melody and Mallory, they talk. And Mallory's like, look, I wouldn't vote for an icon. I literally will vote anybody else. As Dee is talking to the camera, and Taylor just got done talking to Dee about how nobody would vote for an icon, Mallory is saying she'd vote for anybody else but an icon. So there's that. There's that. And Mallory's like, we've been telling Drew this whole time he can't trust the icons, and this literally just proves it. And both of them kind of get a little irritated about the things they just learned about Drew, and they kind of just talk about how they're irritated about that. Period. Mallory's like, "What happens if Yash wins the veto and he takes down Taylor? Do one of us go up?" And Melody's like, "Haley better go up." I don't know your and Mallory says, "I don't like that. I feel like I'm being backed into a corner by the icons. I would much rather work with Taylor and Yash because they never made me feel like I'm backed into a corner or like I'm required to do anything. Even with the Kamu vote, they both seem like it's okay if we didn't do it. And if we would have just told them straight up, they would have been okay with it. But with the icons, it feels like we're forced to do things that they want us to do. Period. We move." Dee then talks to Yash and they have another one-on-one. And Yash is like, "Drew goofy ass just got caught in all of them lies. He's kiki and cooing about it." And Dee is like, "Look, it's to your best interest to not tell anyone about the power or anything like that, because people are low-key going to be looking at you next as a target anyways. Kamu's gone. You saw how they were ready to vote him out. You're going to be the next one." And he's like, "Honestly, I'm serious. Like, I agree. I'm fully in agreement with you, and I don't want to do that." And y'all starts asking Dee, he's like, "So what was the mindset when you lied about Kamu? Like, we were all in the wolf pack. I was ready to go wolf pack strong. And then I heard about all those lies you said about Kamu. So I'm kind of confused what the mindset was on that." And Dee's like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?" And Yash is like, "I mean, Kamu told me you said that you wanted to flip the vote and told him not to tell me about it because you didn't trust me." And Dee's like, "I never say that. I never said that. Like, at the beginning, I mentioned not trusting you, but after the wolf pack was created, I never said that. I just said that I didn't trust you a long time ago. I never said, why would I say we're in the wolf pack? I would never say that. We're in the wolf pack." There's that. Yeah. Barrett and Drew talk a little bit downstairs, and Drew is telling Barrett that his next goal, after Dee has called him out in front of Yash in the mosh pit meeting, and she had a one-on-one, and she said she's going to put him up, and she called him out about that and said that he's been doing all of these other things. Drew tells Barrett his next goal is to gun for the HOH, win it, so that he can prove to Dee that she can, in fact, trust him. He is a loyal soldier, and she can trust him. Period. The feed's cut. We go to the nomination ceremony. They're off for 2.5 hours or so. They come back, and Dee, Angela, Barrett, Drew, they're in the HOH room, and they're, "Yes, you did it! You ate that shit the fuck up! Yes, Drew! Yes, Drew! I'm so glad you did that! Yes!" They're cheering, they're elated, they're excited, they're exuberant, they're happy that Drew just did what he did. And Drew's like, yeah, bro. I said, I'm the biggest liar in the house. I'm the biggest liar in the house. That's the truth. That's the truth, bro. And Dee's like, "Yeah, I'm low-key. I'm glad I kind of nominated you. I'm glad I nominated you because then you were able to do that. Like, I'm glad you did that." And it's like, "Yes, you did it. So you did so good. You did so good." And I tried to chime in. Didn't chime in enough. I tried to chime in. You did so good. You did so good. So apparently, during the nomination ceremony, shit went down. It sounds like Drew called out people. You might think it's Yash because earlier in the day, him and Yash were having conflicting information in that mosh pit meeting, and Yash was saying one thing and he was getting caught up in a lie a little bit because he said another thing, and Yash was saying, "I didn't say that," and Drew was like, "You're right, you didn't." You would think it's Yash. It's not Yash. Maybe Dee. She put him up. Not Dee. Drew calls out Lala and Taylor. Some might even say Drew got in their face. So apparently at the house meeting, Drew called out Lala and Taylor, and he made it seem like, or I guess he insinuated or told everyone that they were a part of the meeting upstairs about getting out the icons and etc. etc. Apparently this caused Lala to say she never said she would get out the icons. Apparently Lala also was pointing to Melody and Mallory and saying that they said this and they said this. And apparently Melody and Mallory did admit to the fact that they mentioned the icons. But Lala didn't. It seems like everyone ended up admitting to it except for Lala. Lala was the only one saying that she never said the icon's name. Allegedly, we don't know. We didn't get to see it. Apparently, also in this meeting, Drew threw out that Taylor was there, and Taylor got heated and she got loud. And apparently, she was yelling about the fact that she was in the shower during this entire meeting. For the facts, from what I remember watching, Taylor was in fact in the shower during the majority of this meeting. I want to say the entire meeting. So there's that. By the time Barrett and Drew left, Taylor was not in the shower anymore. And I do want to say, this is the second time Drew has misremembered something negatively about Taylor. And just to step outside of Big Brother for a little bit, that's so indicative of his bias against Taylor. I would say racial bias, misogynoir. She's a woman in black. All of those biases that he has about women and black people and black women in specific are showing within the way he speaks about Taylor, but specifically about the fact that he's misremembering things. He said at the meeting that Taylor was also involved in there and saying things, which is why Taylor got so upset and cleared it up that she was in the shower. And apparently at the meeting, Barrett even said, wait, no, Taylor was in fact in the shower. We all know Taylor was in fact in the shower. Drew, I don't think, and this is to be clear, I don't think Drew is trying to lie and say Taylor was there. I believe Drew simply misremembered and genuinely thought Taylor was there. And the reason I believe this is because earlier yesterday, well, last night, after D won the HOH, Drew was walking around upset at Lala and Taylor because they weren't reacting after Kamu was blindsided. And in his upsetness, he made the comment that Taylor didn't even go to D's HOH room week 1. And Haley was around and Haley said, oh, you just made that up. Why did you just make that up? And Drew was like, oh, did I? And Haley's like, yes, everyone was at D's HOH. Why did you just lie? And Drew's like, oh, I must have misremembered. Drew is now misremembering random things about Taylor and viewing them as the most negative thing that it could have been. This man said Taylor wasn't at D's HOH reveal week 1. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm frightened. Y'all, this is what happens with like people in real life who are racist and have racial bias, not just race, any bias. This is what happens. People start misremembering things. That's scary. Gee whiz. But anyways, they hype him up and they're so excited that he caught them out and he did all of this. The same people who were so upset at, why is Lala ignoring Haley all week? That's so weird. Her and Taylor are so weird for ignoring Haley and not talking to her. But Drew calling people out, lying on people, disrupting things, that's fine. Angela calling people bitches and hoes and fuck yous, that's fine. Lala and Taylor not saying anything to someone is where we draw the line. I'm disgusted. Absolutely aboard. Is that the word? It doesn't matter. Y'all know how I feel. Okay. Very weird behavior from every single person. D, Angela celebrating, and Barrett, and Barrett, and Barrett, and Barrett, and Barrett, and Barrett celebrating this, what just occurred. And I really hate that it happened. And I hate that Taylor potentially did get loud. I hate that Lala potentially did argue because they have been claiming that Taylor and Lala are the people to get in people's faces and be angry and be aggressive and be loud and yell and scream. And they're going to do this and they're going to blow up and they're explosive. And all this will do is be the reference that they can finally refer to after 7 weeks in the game of them not doing it. After Drew called them out first when they weren't even ready to do that, he wanted to do it for them. And so he called them out to force their hand for them to respond by specifically calling them two out. And now they're going to reference this every single time they want to in order to call them explosive Black women. I'm disgusted. I hate this for them. Truly. We move. Lala and D talking. Lala's like, they're fucking liars. They're fucking liars. They said the icon's name. They were talking about the icons. And Drew is a bullshit liar. Drew's a motherfucker. He is. And so are Melody and Mallory. They are too. All of them were saying y'all names. I didn't say any one specific name. I definitely didn't say Angela's name. And for Barrett to say that I said Angela's name is crazy. Apparently, during the argument, Barrett made the claim that Lala said Angela's name. I know that Lala did not say Angela's name. During the meeting, she specifically kept it at the icons because she doesn't prefer Angela to go home. She told Taylor one-on-one that she doesn't even want the icons to be targeted because she doesn't want Angela to be targeted. So we don't know if that actually happened, but Lala is saying that Barrett claimed she said Angela's name specifically, or maybe Drew said it. So that way Angela would be upset with her. And she doesn't like that because she has a relationship with Angela, of course. And so she's clearing that up. And then Lala is saying it's the four of them: Drew, Barrett, Melody, Mallory. They got to go. Boom. Mallory then goes, she talks to Taylor. Taylor's like, I can't believe I just lied. He just lied on me like that. I cannot believe Drew just lied on me like that when I was in the shower the whole time. So this is when we realized that Drew was claiming that Taylor was a part of it. Whole time she was in the shower the whole time. Yada, yada, yada. Lala then goes and she talks to Angela and she says, look, I want you to know that the four of them are lying and I don't know why they're lying on it. And Angela's like, wait, they're not lying. And I was like, they are lying. And she's like, well, no, they all admitted that they were targeting the icons. And Lala's like, no, they weren't. And she was like, yeah, they were. They literally were just telling me outside that they were targeting the icons. And I told them, oh, I know. They were admitting it. You didn't admit that you were targeting the icons. And this is where I was like, oh, girl, Lala, let's move past this. No shade. And I was like, well, you know me. Look, I asked them questions and they answer the questions. I asked them and then they answer the questions. You need to ask them what they said when I said which of the icons should go. You should ask them that, because I was asking them questions and they were answering the questions. But either way, look, you know me. I didn't want you out. Even if I did say the icons, I never wanted you out. And it's like, I understand. It is what it is. I'm gonna put it behind me. I expected the icons to be targeted. I see it. You don't see me as an icon. I get it. It is what it is. Angela says what bothers her most is Taylor. What bothers her most about the conversation that the icons needed to go was the fact that Taylor wasn't there. What bothers Angela most about the fact that there was a convo of the icons being targeted was that Taylor was not there. That bothers her. She says Taylor hides behind everything. She hides behind being in the shower or being alone or being in the pods. And that's what bothers me. She's all when you were HOH, she was always in the HOH. When Yash was HOH, she was always in the HOH. So I hate that she tries to hide behind things. That's what bothers me. It doesn't bother me that Drew, Barrett, Melody, Mallory, Yash all said that you would target the icons. It bothered me that Taylor wasn't there to say it. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. Just the same way Chelsea and T-Core bother you? Or is it a different kind of way? That's the group. We move. Mallory and Melody, they talk. Melody is like, you know what? Drew, he handled that perfectly. He was calm and Taylor was screaming. Why was Taylor screaming? Why was Taylor screaming literally? Here you go, Mallory. Yeah, she was like, I was in the shower. I didn't do anything. I was in the shower. You were in the shower? Okay. I mean, you came out. And why does she keep lying and saying that she doesn't have game relationships with people? Yes, she does. But it was like, you know what? I feel so bad. Because I was in the diary room saying that I don't trust Drew. I should have never said that. Drew has our best interest. And I was like, yes, he talks too much, but he's with us. He is. And I was like, Taylor really started yelling. She started yelling instantly. Like instantly she started yelling. Like she could have at least just been at the volume you were at or something. Like, why was she yelling immediately? Oh my God. Oh my God. And just because you're getting brought down, that doesn't mean you need to bring other people down. Why were they doing that? Just because they got involved, they didn't have to bring us into it. They need to bring other people down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Mallory says, and then she mentioned that meeting we had earlier with the mosh pit, and she thought it was about us. Not everything's about you. Melody's like, yeah, not everything's about you, bro. Not everything's about you, bro. Why would it be about her? We were literally talking about Yash. That's why Yash got brought up there. Like, why would the meeting be about her? Like, why does she think everything's about her? Melody then says they need HOH. And Mallory's like, yeah, I want to go after the icons, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if Yash goes, then they'll come after us. I think they'll come after us. And then Melody's like, maybe not. Maybe they'll go off after Lala and Taylor. Maybe they'll go after Lala and Taylor. And then they both talk about how they agree they want to still call Drew out about all the information they just got from D about what he did. So Drew comes over and he starts talking with them. He tells them about his fuck ass power, the never not pass. And Mallory's like, yeah, you know what? We heard some things that you said from D. And Drew's like, oh, what? And Mallory's like, that you told the icons that we were trying to flip the vote to save Kama. And Drew's like, oh, I did say that. But I just told them that you guys were like considering it. And Melody's like, that's not it. And Mallory's like, yeah, you shouldn't do that, actually. They also told us that you said that I could be ran by Melody and that Melody could be controlled by me. And Drew's like, wait, what? And Melody's like, they told me that you said that I would do whatever you want and whatever you say. And he was like, oh, I mean, yeah, I did say that. And she's like, why? He's like, because we're a team and, you know, I just wanted to have y'all best interest and I just want to take all the heat. And Melody's like, there's more. We'll talk later. And someone came over, so they couldn't finish the conversation. So there's that. Taylor and Lala, they talk. And Lala was like, it hurt her feelings that in the conversation, Yash said that Lala was a part of the entire conversation about talking about the icons. My thing is, Lala, girl, you got to just let that one go. No shame. Okay. No shame. So they just kind of go over everything that was happening during the fight. They talk about how Drew was saying things they didn't agree with, how Barrett was saying things and lying, and yada, 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 yada. They just go over the fight. Lala and Angela, they talk again, and Lala wants to retry to clear up that she never said Angela's name. And Angela's like, girl, we can just drop it. Don't worry about it. Boom. After this, Yash talks to Taylor, and Yash says, look, I feel like I could get backdoored. No shade. So I do really want to play this veto. And Taylor's like, I just hate that all Drew did was lie. All Drew did was lie. And Yash and Taylor are like, Lala is dumb. Because even though Drew lied, Lala's lies were obvious. She lied in front of everyone and said she wouldn't target the icons. That was an obvious lie. All Drew's lies were behind the scenes. So because Lala responded like that and lied even worse, every single person is looking at her like she came out looking the worst from that entire situation. So that's the problem. And Taylor's like, my problem is I don't know how Melody and Mallory feel about me after this. But I think if I'm nominated next to Drew or Lala, I still stay in the game. Wrong. I don't know what made you think that, but okay. Taylor says, if I win the veto, I might keep the nominations the same. But will people get mad at me for keeping nominations the same? And Yash says, no. Actually, they'll be happy if you keep the nominations the same because you can just tell Melody and Mallory it's because you don't want either of them to go on the block as the replacement. So actually, you should keep the nominations the same if you win. Girl, Yash playing her ass real bad. He just don't want to go up. Okay, there you go. Melody and Mallory, they talk. And Mallory's like, look, I know what I'm going to do if I win HOH. And Melody's like, no shade. I'm kind of worried if Taylor, Lala, or Yash win HOH, if they're mad at Drew, would they just nominate me next to Drew? And Mallory's like, honestly, I think they do Devin's D and Drew. I don't think they touch you. And Melody's like, you know what? You're right. I'm so fucking done with the icons. I agree. They're too dangerous. We can't not nominate them. Devins is the only person who hasn't sat on the block. If we win HOH, we need to put the icons up. So they had a moment. They weren't feeling it. After some time passed, they got back on point. Thank you, white girls. Barrett then talks to Melody and Mallory, and Barrett is asking who should go home of the people who are nominated. They don't really answer him. They're like, well, girl, if Drew's on the block, we're evicting the other person. So there's that. Boom. Drew then talks to Devins, and he is talking about how he doesn't know where Haley is at in the game at all. And actually, Mallory, Melody, and Barrett were talking about the same thing. So you remember earlier when I said no one knows where Haley stands at? Exactly. Every single person is talking about how they don't know where Haley stands at, which means she's probably easily pick upable and nobody's doing it. We'll see who does it. So there's that. Drew then tells Devins. I feel like Mallory and Melody are completely insulated. And that's scary. I feel like Drew told Devins he feels Mallory and Melody are insulated completely, and that's scary because he feels like Taylor and Lala would not nominate them and protect them. And Devins is like, you're right, that is scary. And then Drew says, but I think they're more loyal to us. That man didn't learn a thing, y'all. Barrett talks to Mallory. They have a long, annoying conversation. Barrett's like, wait, would you really nom all 3 of the icons? And Mallory's like, yeah. Like, who else would I nominate? I mean, maybe Haley, but probably them 3, right? Who cares? Barrett says, really? I think they're like, I don't know. I think they like you. And Mallory's like, they'd put me up. Like, if they had to nominate 3 people and they needed a renom, I would be the renom. And Barrett says, you think so? Really? I think they like you more than they like Drew and Melody. And Mallory is like, are you just saying that? Like, do you really think that, or are you just saying that? And then Barrett gets a bunch of bullshit ass excuses why he thinks they like Mallory more than Drew and Melody, which is awesome bullshit. Mallory's like, but I mean, the longer that the icons are here, then the harder it's going to be to get them out, the more dangerous. And Barrett says, really? How's that? And Mallory's like, I mean, they flipped the vote on Haley. They lied to you about the vote. They've lied to me about the vote. They lied to me about being the target. Devins has been in 5 alliances with Kamu. Devins hasn't been nominated. And they're all smart. If they're smart, they'll take us out before they take out Yash because it's 4 of us. Barrett says, really? You think? And Mallory's like, I mean, yeah, I think they're going to come for us sooner than we think they're going to come for us. And Barrett says, I mean, don't you think they're going to go after Yash before us? And Mallory's like, well, that would be stupid because if they go after Yash, we'll go after them. And Barrett's like, I mean, well, we could, or we could try to go after Haley or something. Mallory's like, okay, look, if I win HOH, let's say next week, I win HOH and I take out Yash. Who are the icons going to go after that? And Barrett says, I mean, I'm not asking you to take out Yash. And Mallory's like, so then who should I go after if I shouldn't go after the icons and I shouldn't go after Yash? And Barrett's like, I mean, just whoever's the most threatening to your game, I guess. And I was like, okay, well, how about you? If you win HOH and you take out Yash, who do you think the icons are going to go after? And Barrett's like, oh, Lala, Haley, Drew? And Mallory's like, okay. Shut the fuck up! Like that he's so irritating. What was that? Even in the world where you're trying to convince her not to target the icons and it's a good move because it's actually a horrible move. Even in the world where it's a good move, you're not even doing a good job. That was horrible. Why are you umming and humming and humming and humming and well and Get it the fuck out. Say it with your chest and give a good reason. He gave 0 good reasons. We move. Lala talks to Devins, and Lala's just like, I mentioned your name during the argument. I just want to reassure you that it was personal. And it was not personal. It was just gameplay. I was just mentioning your name in a gameplay way. And Devins understood it in this moment, allegedly. Because later he retells this to Dee and them in the storage room. And he's like, yeah, Lala came to me and she told me that when she mentioned my name that it wasn't personal and it was game. And everyone was like, oh, I mean, it was game, right? It wasn't personal. So there's that. I don't know why he mentioned it. I don't know why he thought it was funny. And Dee was like, oh, but she's right. It was game, not personal. He was like, oh, yeah, you're right. It's like, oh, so that was funny to you? That's weird. And you remember when her name was Lulu? Funny how you know her name now after she's been HOH. He's weird. Melody then talks to Mallory. Oh, I lied. Melody then talks to Drew. And apparently they had the conversation about all of the other weird shit he's done and all of the other weird shit that was told to her about him being in a final 2 with Kamu and him throwing their name out here and there and Loki wanting this person to go and this person to go and da-da-da-da-da. And essentially she's telling him, why did he do all that? And he's saying, look, I'm going to be honest. I've been taking the heat for everything. I don't think I have the chance to win the game. I think you and Mallory could win the game. So, I'm just trying to do what I have to do to make it seem like I'm the one taking all the heat and so that I can go before you. A bunch of bullshit. Melody over there eating it up, believing it. And that was the last conversation I had for you guys. This was a horrid day for me. Get into the other things we have going on. The Patreon, the Discord, the bracketology, reality rewind, the schedule, the schedule. The feeds are on. Do I care? Not necessarily. I'm about to send this link to the other people in the royal court. Hopefully they join. All the feeds are on the HOH room with all of the white people in the house. There are so many white people in the house. 8, to be exact. Why are they all here? And why do they all hate Taylor and Lala? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Melody and Mallory talking about some. Why was she yelling? They didn't ask why Angela was yelling. They didn't ask why Rome was yelling. They didn't ask why Jason was yelling. They didn't ask why. They've never. They didn't ask why. Hey, they've never wondered why someone yelled. Angela was screaming, "Messy bitch!" Angela was screaming. They've never asked. Why didn't she just talk at your volume? You did so good. He was so calm. Melody, do you remember when Kamu was calm during the tea party? And you said that was weird? And that he was trying to make it seem like Jason, right? You remember when you referenced Kamu being calm when he was causing Jason to be isolated? Melody, do you remember when you said it's weird that people were praising Kamu for being calm, knowing that he was antagonizing Jason? Do you remember the time? Because you used to understand and now you don't when your man's involved. And when I say man, I mean Drew. And when I say Drew, I don't mean a man at all. They ain't talking about shit. Hey, K-Lover. Beautiful.
Shit going down.
Beautiful gowns. I love your sweater.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I still got you playing in the background.
Child, you know what's crazy? I heard myself. I thought that was your nigga on the phone.
No.
But it was me. It could be. I don't know.
It was you, boo. It's real tragic shit going on. And honestly, it's so sad to see this because this is really a day in the life of Black women. It really is.
Oh, don't say that's horrible.
It is. It's so sad because honestly, I feel like this at work sometimes. Like, I'll never forget, like, coming into my job, it was this white butch lesbian joint.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just hard ass type of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just come in being professional. I'm not even trying to be, like, strict about nothing. I'm just, like, being professional, though. Mm-hmm. But people are intimidated by me immediately. And I'm like, what are you intimidated about? Like, I'm not even saying anything to you.
Right.
Because she's coming at me with all type of energy. I don't understand. And I don't feel a type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not scared.
Mm-hmm.
What are you scared of?
Mm-hmm. I was talking to Leah about how it really is worse for the Black women. It's crazy. Because, like, I'm certain there's been situations where people have, like, viewed me weirdly and yada, yada, yada. But I know for a fact I'm not called aggressive and why you have an attitude. The amount of times that Black women are called that or said that about, like, people always trying to assume a Black woman has an attitude.
Yeah,
Baby,
or just made to feel intimidating when you're not trying to be. It's like I'm
yes,
literally just talking to you and you're saying that I'm raising my voice because I'm
like,
talking to you in a way that is stern when you're actually yelling at me.
literally, you're loud. Actually, like, that's crazy. Oh my God, we
And
live
that's
in a
the one
world.
thing. I mean, I know we hate Haley, but the
Mm-hmm.
one thing I will say is that she gives me that she doesn't get intimidated in rooms with Black women, Black people. Like she don't. I mean, she
Mm-hmm.
has her things, but it's like I'm not intimidated by you. I don't feel in
Mm-hmm.
fear of you.
But you
Well,
know why? You know why? Haley is the only white person on this screen who has been around Black people. Like, she said herself, I'm pretty sure she said she's dated a black man before.
yeah, that
It's
she went
like,
to HBCU parties.
like, she's been around Black people, therefore she has the experience to not assume those things of her. And Haley is not my favorite, and it's still fuck her. But I think I agree with you. Like, I remember she was in the HOH when she was HOH. Taylor had a conversation with her, and it was a long one. And I was concerned that Taylor was going to leave that room and Haley was going to say the most microaggressive shit in the world. And she didn't. She
Mm-hmm.
was actually like, "Oh, I respect Taylor now." And I actually fuck with her. And although Haley has her wrongs, in that moment I was like, "Oh, you know what? Like, I'm glad she was able to talk to Taylor and Taylor was able to be straight up with her and she was
Yeah.
still receptive of it, you know?"
And it was
But fuck
a
her.
conversation between two humans, not one person and somebody that you look at as like not, you're just
Yep.
judging everything about them as opposed to listening to the conversation.
Yep.
As soon as they
Exactly.
walk out the room, you're just saying how you feel about them as a person.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's fucked up. I hate that. I hate it so much. And you have these characters like Angela, which they try to endear you to her. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've been a part of like I love the crazy eyes, I love some of the antics, but seeing like this type of shit makes me be like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
you're gross.
Mm-hmm.
You're gross. I can't be endeared to you. I can't feel a type of way. These
Like,
motherfuckers saying they want to keep Yash to cut their hair and Lala to make them food. Like, are you okay?
why are they like this? Why are they weird? You know what's crazy? I'm like, I'm a human just like everybody in that house is a human. I Even if I say something weird or offhand or not right, because sometimes you don't know everything and sometimes you say the wrong thing, right?
Mhm.
A lot of the time, even when I do that, I'm aware that I've done it. And then I'm like, oh, girl, I know somebody's going to be upset by this or da, da, da. They don't even seem like they can connect the fact that the things they're saying is crazy. This man said, damn, I wish somebody would cook for me. What?
Let's keep these people around to be in service of us. Like,
What?
are you fucking okay, bitch?
I ain't your slave.
Like
I ain't your slave.
this here big brother, this here ain't no plantation though. Are you
Right.
okay?
I'm like, what's going
I could not even
on?
believe that that actually came out of anybody in there's mouths.
Let
Like,
alone multiple of them. Like,
huh,
what are we doing, bro? I ain't your slave.
I ain't your slave.
Like,
I am not
what?
sweetie, okay? Like Nene
Mm-hmm.
told Kim Zolciak, okay? I am not sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Drew said he wanted Taylor and Lala to be around the house during hide and go veto so they can clean the house.
Like what? Dog.
Okay.
Like
That's weird.
Drew, we need to get wrecked as soon as he get out of that joint. He looked like Wreck-It Ralph and somebody need to bop his ass on the fucking head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Devin
That's
too.
crazy. Devon's too. I said, y'all saw my name? Oh. My name on this one.
Oh Lord, what does it say?
Girl.
Girl,
Fuck everybody.
first of all, you ain't. I started writing something in the Discord and I didn't even send it
Oh, what you say?
because I was like, let me not get to.
Girl, I was so overwhelmed and stressed. Jesus.
You want me to read it? Because I put it in my notes because I was like, I might want to
What
send this.
what you say, girl? Let me see.
Said, I'm just getting off of work, haven't even watched the episode. All I have to say, although I'm always happy for Kamu to take an L, is fuck the littles, weak as fuck.
Yep.
Fuck Drew, helmet head ass. Fuck Barrett, Pepper Ann looking ass. Fuck D, Taylor and a tooth talking ass. Fuck Evans and his stank foot mustache smelling ass. Fuck Angela Karen ass. Sick of all of them.
Period. Oh, you spilled. Y'all, I had to, for this podcast, I had to get my friend to join me because I was so overwhelmed. Look.
Okay.
I brought him with me. He'd been sitting next to me this whole time. And every time I wanted to scream, I just had to look at him so that way he could comfort me, you know?
You got a friend in him.
Cowboy! I know that's right. Yeah. I needed something. You want to see what I got in the mail before this started?
Yes, please share.
So, I got me a Sonic facial cleansing brush.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cause I'm cause at the end of the day, I'm a nigga, right? Like I'm a dude. So I ain't really have all the proper dealings with my facial routine. And as men in general, they should get better with that. Yeah. All men, like when Chuck wiped backwards to front, that's just like step one. But there's so but there's so much more that we need to do past that. So start with wiping front to back. And then get to the facial cleansing brush, right? But anyways, yeah. So I got me one of these. Because I usually when I do my facial routine, I like to, well, I don't like to, but I would use my hands and then I would wipe it off with like a towel or a facial wipe or something. I would just wipe it off then. But I do want to like really
get in there.
Get in all of that dirt and shit. So I was like, okay, let me get me one of these hoes. And I like it. It has like the indentions.
Does it have like a is it a motor or is it just like a there you go.
Wow.
Okay. Get in there. Yeah.
What does the motor do? It spins it. Oh, it moves it.
Or like extra exfoliates it.
Yeah.
Like you brush and it's brushing.
Yeah. Okay, I fuck with that. So
I love that.
Yeah, I love that for me too.
You go to a dermatologist?
I need to. I have eczema, so my skin does get not clear all the time.
To one of my best friends, Leah, she's a dermatologist. She's based in the Atlanta area, though.
Oh, nice! I would love to visit Atlanta. I heard Atlanta is really pretty.
You have to go. I mean, honestly, it's just very lit. It makes me feel very blackety black. All the spaces that I feel like in like Atlanta metro area that get popping is just very black, and I love it.
My mama was trying to convince me to like move to, because I want to move to California. My mom was trying to convince me to just move to Atlanta instead, and I'm like, you just want me to move somewhere that you would want to visit. Like, I would love to, but like, you trying to con me. Like, she just wants me to be somewhere where she likes to go.
Yeah, like, Atlanta is definitely closer, but I mean, you went out to LA for the BB, what was that, Amazing Race BB?
It was the both of them. It was the finale and the premiere at the same time, I think, or something like that.
How do it? And LA definitely sucks you in.
It does. It did. I really liked it. So I was like, you know what? I feel it. But I've never been to Atlanta. Maybe I would love Atlanta if I went.
Yeah. I mean, it's called Black Hollywood for a reason. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Even though, he make a lot of fuck ass shit, but it is the reason why Atlanta is able to be called that. He puts green dollars in our black people's pockets.
Mm-hmm. Taylor said, not the Chuck Mr. Clean commercial. Chuck, y'all, I'm sorry.
Associate Chuck and Clean together.
I'm sorry. I didn't post the Chuck exit interview that was sent to us. And it's because the questions that were asked were underwhelming. You know, you submit questions and you want him to address the shit. The questions they ended up asking weren't necessarily the ones we wanted to address. I sent Kamu in the question. I hope they ask it. I said, considering the fact that you were making fun of George Floyd and gay people and calling people the R word and yada yada yada, how do you feel like that affected your game, and what are you going to do to improve on that in the future? Let's see if they ask it.
You know they not.
They could.
Well, in one of the ex interviews, he did say something about him bringing up like the stuff with Jason, like and whether he would ever go see him. And he was like, "Well, I hope to see him at the reunion." Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, you're a fucking homophobe, you weird ass motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Rudy said, "Pharaoh, are you okay? You seem a little down, girl. You didn't see the beginning of the podcast."
Oh, what you was telling them in the beginning?
I had to pull up, girl. I had to pull up my wheel of emotions.
Oh my God.
I said, girl, let's find it.
Jesus. I know. Would you narrow down to?
I got to irritated or infuriated.
Okay, it was I think irritated is probably.
Yeah, it's given that. It's given that.
Pharaoh works so hard. Y'all have no idea.
Oh, thank you.
I was trying to mother from the background. I was like, we gotta find him. We gotta help him.
Yeah, y'all. I reached out to the court. I was like, somebody needs to come up here and do this update today, because I do not feel it today.
No, but honestly, Pharaoh, you are so good at it. Because as I was watching the feeds, I was like, I would boo me if I was up here trying to do what you do. I wrote that to you as I was listening to you before I came on. I was like, yeah, I would boo me.
Oh, please. No, it was too much information. So I was like, okay, let me quit playing. Because it took me it was just me. It took me an hour. I feel bad for D because Fridays are the busiest days for Big Brother, because that's when they nominate. You know, they win HOH on Thursday, and Friday is all the information they nominate. So I stay messaging D like, oh, girl, it's going to be a long one, so I don't know if you need to be up here or if you want to be. I know I keep telling him that, and I know he feel like I don't like him, but that's not why. It's because it's just the busiest day.
No, D was on there giving me hell on the Challenge podcast, so I'm sure.
Ooh, oh my God.
If he ain't hitting this link, if he ain't hitting this button.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I want to watch the Challenge podcast. The Challenge this season, I've been vibing with it. I'm sorry, the Anna Lee drama. I have a question. Am I crazy, or is Leo fine as fuck?
Yes. Okay, and can we talk about it? Because you know they was eating me up all Love Island season. I'm trying to say that I ain't look like shit. I don't need to be talking about them because what I'm looking like.
Please.
Which is fine. You know, I do what I can with what I got.
I know that's right.
I was like, motherfuckers don't be knowing about that season 5.
Ooh.
Leo was dogging shit down and Costa and bought the joint back.
Ooh. And you know what? I get it.
And video.
Because if you just look at Leo, you might not be like, oh, he defined his. It's like kind of his personality too. You feel me? Like he kind of
don't care. He like really be like,
yeah. He know what he about. He know what he doing. He confident.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Taylor. Taylor says, thank you, Pharaoh, for all you do each day. I don't watch the feed, so you give me what I need. You know what, y'all? And you know I do it for y'all. I do it for y'all. And you know, a lot of the times I do enjoy Big Brother. This was a crazy season to start doing the live feed recaps on. No shade. Mm-hmm. And Leo fine. Thank you.
He is so fine.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I
can't imagine seeing him in person. I already know I would be going.
Oh, not you would be overly going.
I would be going for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
That's another reason I need to go to LA, so I can low-key sneak a link with one of these niggas who be on these shows, because somebody gay. Well, some of them actually gay. It's a lot of the gay dudes on these shows are married though, right? Because isn't like Jason not married?
Mm-mm.
But Jason too famous.
But
Like
yeah,
I ain't never gonna see Jason for real.
Jason he just gives me too cuddly. Like he don't give me
He
the
do.
energy you need.
Yeah.
Like you need like
Chill. Opposite of me a little bit. You know, I'm kind of I'm doing too much. I got the pots and pans. If it was me, I got the pots and pans. I don't need me and my nigga walking around with pots and pans.
yeah.
Right? Like I kind of need a chill ass vibe. So
Yeah, you need like fine, tall, but like you
mm-hmm.
need energy that don't talk too much.
Mm-hmm. That is what I need.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I
I'm
need.
like, Jason is a little too like, yeah, he's too out there. And then he just gives like cuddly energy. Like he needs another big joint that's like,
yeah, they can really love on each other. Because I'm not physical touch is like one of my least favorite love languages. I'm not a physical touch type of nigga at all. Actually, get off of me. Actually. Yeah. So
that's so funny.
Oh, Cookie LaFou said Jason being Weho. I saw him at the club. Oh, I guess maybe I will see him.
I'm sure you would. I mean, like Jason is definitely somebody that you would just run into in the Hollywood streets.
In the streets, yeah, that's true. But am I gonna take him home? Maybe we could have fun. Maybe.
If I had to think of
oh, you gonna matchmake for me? I need that actually. How you feeling?
Well, I'm just saying, if I had to think in the universe of reality TV, like who I would pair you up with, who I think that would be like good energy for you. But the thing is that in reality TV, you have to kind of have big personality in order to even be relevant enough, right?
That's true.
Huh.
Maybe there's a balance. I'm okay with something. It's just like you can't be too.
I know you like them a little on the lighter side too.
It depends on the player.
You like them a little Puerto Rican.
It depends on the player. But that ain't
because I'm like, okay, like body type, like who I would see you with. Not personality. Necessarily. What's the hard because I'm like I can't disassociate the personality. I'm like, okay, body type. I would say what's homeboy from the challenge, the black dude. He got somebody else's name too. Is it Tyler?
Let me think. Tyler, I see. Is that the tall? He tall.
The tall, dark, gay joint.
He's skinny. I can't do a skinny nigga.
I was thinking, but he's not skinny. Is he skinny?
I thought so. Let me look him up.
Actually, or even Gabe, like the joint that dog walk bananas. Like,
okay.
That like a little more brolic, but like in that
okay.
like
Okay.
Bigger shoulders.
That's what you're saying.
Somebody said Josh Martinez. I was thinking that, but I can't disassociate his personality, and I would never want somebody like that.
I think Josh like physicality. I'm here for. Yeah. I'm here for. I would love for my nigga to have some hair, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes he's cute too. This is what I will say. From what I've heard from the people who know Josh personally, he's like that, but like he also has like a different side outside of reality TV. So maybe it isn't that bad, but the personality really throw it off. No shit.
Yeah.
And he's straight. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that I will hope that most people have some type of gauge in between, like especially very like erratic and and like, you know what I mean, personality on reality television. I will hope that you have some type of switch.
Right. You gotta find it. Somebody said Cedric without hesitation. Cedric is in person. He really is. Like, I kind of do need my nigga to be like a tad like ugly in some way. It don't even mean ugly, but like just your features have to be a little bit unique for me. And then Cedric is small too. Like, I kind of don't want a nigga I'm throwing around. Like,
right. Like, I need to feel like, you can handle me. Like, if I'm literally about to get in a fight in the street, you could pick me up and be like, "We're leaving."
Yeah, and that's another thing about Cedric. Cedric is too passive. Like, I don't want a nigga who's, because I'm passive myself. So shockingly, I don't want a nigga who, like, I can't be passive and you passive. We both can't be people pleasers. Like, somebody gotta be mean to the people. So yeah.
Right. That's why I need somebody that's a little on the nicer side, because I'm always going to speak my speech.
Sammy said Taylor doesn't have an alliance with Melody and Mallory while she's telling them she's planning on using the veto. She told them that, y'all. I haven't looked at the feed since I got done.
It just started back up.
Yeah, they was.
It's Angela, Haley, somebody.
A bunch of people I don't give a fuck about.
Right.
Yeah. That must have happened while I was live, though.
They said that Taylor, what was it? Taylor? No, not Taylor. Haley, Angela, and Lala.
Mm-hmm.
A little alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly that they keep it to themselves.
I heard about that, but I sure didn't hear about it enough because I sure didn't update on it. Oopsie.
Oh, well, I saw it on Twitter, and I never know exactly what to believe from there.
Mm-hmm.
If Taylor don't use that damn veto, I'm dropping the season dead. Wait, so she didn't already win it? They just nominated people, right?
Yeah. The veto tomorrow, though. They play it tomorrow.
And dog, that's why I'm like, I can't do it with the littles either, because I'm like, yeah, I guess you're well situated, but throwing supposedly throwing HOHs at this point, like, are you dumb?
Mm-hmm.
You trust these people that much with your life?
Wait, what?
Child. I can't wait for Yash to come out and see that video of him dancing, and it's like, he wanna eat my boom, climb my ride. I can't wait till he see that shit. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times I've used that shit. And his original video has 6 million views. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they said that joint that Rob Cesternino like parodied.
Yeah.
The original video has like 6 million views.
Interesting.
I'm like, he's probably gonna be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Pharaoh, they ain't talking about shit.
No. What's today?
Today is Friday going into Saturday.
Oh, that's right. Oh, but today drained me.
I hate that for you, friend. But I'm sorry, I was saying because D was looking at the camera. I've really grown to really not like her. I hate that for myself.
I hate that for her, me. Like, I hate that for everybody, because same girl. Literally the same.
I cannot.
Like, she lost me bad. Everybody don't need to be on Big Brother where I can see all of their moves.
Yes, I don't like you already won $1 million. Go be a winner over there. And
please go be a millionaire over there.
Especially the fact that they keep bringing this shit up and kind of being like, oh, we're Survivor players doing this. I'm like, shut up.
Bro, they so giddy about this shit that was handed to them. Please get out.
I'm like, it'd be different. Because I was like, at least Sari walked in and all she got was her son and who damn near tanked her game.
Yeah, who was acting a fool. Like, y'all in here with every fucking privilege in the world. Like, Jesus. And then it's annoying to see privileged people get more privilege. Like, they already white. Jesus. Like, they already live in a world where they have everything. Both of them have been on Survivor multiple times. They're already both privileged. D has played Survivor and won $1 million. D has played Survivor again. She's played the challenge. She's invited to all of these different shows. She's a gorgeous girl. Like, she lives life from privilege anyways.
She don't have no pimples. Like,
right. Like, God already gave her a beautiful shell.
This bitch better have like webbed feet or something. Like something better be wrong.
or I'm finna get pissed off.
Like, I'm over it.
I'm over it.
And the fact that they really think that they're doing something is the part that pisses me off the most.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say they cut the bathroom off in her. I mean, the light off in her bathroom.
Why your shit fucking up? Your sound fucking up a little bit.
Who mine?
Mm-hmm. It sounded a little like a reverb. When you talk, it reverb a little bit. I don't know why that is though.
My mic was pretty far back. Oh, is it still doing it? Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
it.
yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. It's better now.
But my mic was far as hell.
Maybe that's what it was. He want to lick my boom, but like my da 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 da.
Got him going crazy for that poon na 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 na. I
I'm
don't even
weak.
know whose song that is. That's why I hate little TikTok songs. I'm like, I would
Honestly,
never even know.
same. What's below me? Something below me. Hold on. I don't like that.
Now she racist. That's what's wrong with D.
Oh my god! Like something is wrong with her. Oh shit. Oh, I don't care. And then now the HOA best friends again. I'm sick of it. Oh, 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 I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick.
Truly, true.
Y'all, last night when I dipped off of the stream, it was because my stomach was so nauseous. Like my stomach was in knots. It hurt. It felt like something was like twisting inside of me. And then I felt very nauseous. So I had to sit like by the toilet so that way I
Did
wouldn't
you
throw up all
poop?
over myself. Did I do what?
Did you poop?
I did previous like prior to in the day.
Mhm.
And at that time it felt more like it was coming out the top rather than the bottom. So I was like, ooh,
Oh, so
I
your
need
stomach
to.
was nuts.
So I was just sitting at the toilet for like, I want to say 45 minutes. And it just kept feeling like it was going to come up. It never really like fully did, but like it just felt so, I was right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, I can't really come back to the podcast. I don't even feel comfortable sitting here in front of throw up on screen. Like,
Are you
couldn't do it.
feeling better today?
I feel much better today. I wonder if it was like something I ate or maybe like a side effect from some medicine I took. I know some medicines side effect is like nausea, right? So
Child, especially if you take too many vitamins and things like that, especially on an
yeah.
empty stomach, and sometimes like that can literally. One time I was on a train, I thought I was gonna pass out, and it was really just from taking vitamins on an empty stomach.
Mm-hmm.
They had like really caused a bad situation, and I'm already thin and I'm anemic, so I feel like all of
Mm-hmm.
those things kind of played into why my body was just like, girl, what? Like,
That's valid. I think I might need to start taking vitamin D again daily. I don't know why I stopped because I think I'm vitamin D deficient. If that's a,
yeah,
I think that's the thing. My doctor didn't like diagnose it that way, but they checked my vitamin D and it was like urgently low. She was like, "Oh
hmm
my god, how are you walking?" And I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
ooh." So I definitely need to start taking my daily
yeah.
vitamin D again.
That's a really prevalent thing. I think that like people with melanin in particular need to take vitamin D just to keep it up, because we're amongst the people that are like most like have a vitamin D insufficiency.
Got you.
So definitely take your vitamin D pills.
Period.
You need a D3 supplement, yes. Siren, yes. Child, you know how they be like, they'll take your blood work and they be like, okay, we'll call you if anything's going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? And then they'll call you and you be thinking there's something crazy going on. Like, bitch, am I about to die? They be like, yeah, your vitamin D insufficient. I'm like, bitch.
The shade. I always be scared for my results because I'm like, girl, it's something. It's my thyroid. It's gonna be something like big,
Yeah, you be
but
thinking it's like something traumatic.
yeah. I'm
You
glad
be
it's
like,
not.
yeah, your vitamin D is low. Like, bitch, you could have texted me that.
No shade. You could
Look
have
at
just sent
life or
me the
death.
email, the little generic email.
Like, you told me you was gonna call me if something was urgent.
Or maybe that is urgent and we undertaking it. Maybe we need to be more concerned. Ooh.
Deficient, yes. Vitamin D deficient. I'm sorry. I done had a little couple of espresso martinis. My words ain't really coming out all that great. I use most of them on the challenge podcast, cursing D out. So,
as you should. What was y'all disagreeing on this time?
because he always be trying to play with black women, and I will never allow that.
Period.
So I got to fight for my life. Nerese, she was on this season, child. I love my sis. I do. I do.
I love
And
Nerese.
I do understand like the energy in which black women of color have to come into these situations, and you just be standing on tens with a bunch of motherfuckers that be fake as shit. But it's like you have to know how to play the game.
You do.
Do I feel like
what she do? She called out Adrian.
Yeah, she called out Adrian because Adrian was talking to Josh, and she felt the type of way because Josh and Nerese was talking. So she just had Nerese name in her mouth, and Nerese was like, "No, I'm not fucking with that. Like, don't be walking around acting like I'm doing something with your dude. Like, I don't give a fuck about him, actually." But she just called it out, which I didn't feel like she needed to. But Michelle, the one that told her.
Yeah, messy ass.
And I'm like, anyway.
Right.
Because I'm like, you know your friends. You know how to approach your friends and tell them information.
Yeah. In a way that's not going to get them in no type of trouble.
Right. Or just not, incite a reaction out of them.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, like, I just don't tell my friends stuff. Sometimes, like, if it's not something that I feel like is prevalent to the way they're living or the way they're moving around somebody, I'm like, I don't want you to be upset or bothered or yada, yada, yada. And some people don't like that, and I understand that. But I'm like, girl, if it ain't affecting you, it's not affecting you. I will say with Nerese, it will affect her because they're in the house together with these perfect people. So I get it. Yeah. But sometimes it's like, you got to let your friend be happy. Like, I don't want my friend to be sad and upset and angry about something that don't matter no more.
Yeah, or I wouldn't want my friend to sabotage themselves. Like, if I knew like you were somebody that would like go off the rails, one, I would lead you into the conversation. Like, I feel like I want to tell you something, but I just don't need you to react crazy. Like, I need us to be able to talk this out amongst ourselves before I even tell you the information. And if you're going to like go off the rails, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, no shame.
So that at least they know when I'm telling them this information, like, bitch, if you go crazy, we gonna have an issue.
Yeah, just have their best interest, like, make sure, like, look, girl, you can't be doing this.
Yeah, it's like you don't give somebody a whole bunch of explosive information and just expect for them to be like, okay, thank you. And Michelle knows that. I'm like, you know, Nerese, I'm like, come on. But Nerese has the heart of a lion. Like, she really does. But she came into, when I saw the cast, I knew that Nerese wasn't going to go far. Because I was like, these people is not about to keep her around.
Yeah.
She got Corey on there.
And that's it.
Corey and Nelson. Oh, did you watch the episode?
No, I didn't.
Nelson took his prosthetic off.
Really? How was that experience?
Because basically they had to do a diving challenge, like get in the water or whatever. But they had the challenge was that they had to actually dive in the water and they had to stay under until they got to this like bubble underwater that would allow them to like, get some air until they went to the next thing.
Okay.
But first one, you had to know how to dive into the water. Like if you just jumped in, your ass gonna be floating on top of the water. You gotta actually know how to like penetrate the water and go down. Which Nerese didn't know how to do. Cara Marie didn't know how to do. Nelson, he was like trying, but he was like they had already had to swim out to like a certain platform. And he was like, I'm already exhausted because this prosthetic is like a fucking ankle weight. Trying to swim with it, but he made it to the platform. He tried to dive the first time and he couldn't do it. And he was like so adamant about trying to do it. He just took it off. But he was like, it was so weird, like feeling like I only had like one leg in the water.
Yeah. I'm like, did that even improve it? Like, I don't even know that would improve it.
he didn't know until he went in, but he was like, it just threw off his like equilibrium, I guess, like swimming. You know what I mean? When you've never actually like trained to swim without like, that extension.
Yeah, that's real.
So, I mean, I felt really bad for him, but it was a part of, the game. Car is a flop central.
Why is she doing so bad?
It's real bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. Pharaoh, how you feel about Kylan?
He cool or whatever. I'm not too like upset that he's not on this season. Like I know he probably is like very upset because he really loves the challenge, but I didn't need him every time on the challenge. Something about like his last showing, I just think he wasn't as expressive as he needed to be. Like the challenge is more of a reality show than other competition shows. Like it's more so the reason you get called back is if you really putting it on the floor. You know what I mean? Like you got to also kind of do that. And he didn't do that part of the last season he was on. If he did, I think he could have came back, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why him nor Horacio is bad.
Yeah, because it's the same with Horacio, although I like Horacio. It's probably that's why Jeremy isn't back either, but I like Jeremy.
Yeah. Because it's like they'll just beat the whole competition, win, and not make no type of impact.
Yeah, and that's not enough.
Yeah. They find child, you be seeing the soft ass on in the pit crew on
the soft ass.
What's his name?
Asaf. Yeah.
It did sound like a soft ass.
I was like, who, girl?
Chuck.
Yeah, I do.
It's probably spank, but it do look soft.
Oh my god! You know what? He don't really gag me like that. If I'm being honest. Asaf, like visually, like he's cool or whatever, but he ain't like. I ain't rushing this.
Surprised to see him in the pit crew on Drag Race. It's like, oh.
I know, right? That was kind of funny because also I thought I don't know why, but I thought, well, I guess you never know nobody's sexuality, so let me shut up. But I was gonna say I thought everybody in the pit crew was like gay men, but I guess it could be anybody, or maybe he is gay. Girl, I don't know. Maybe that. There's a lot of those. I'm sure.
Did y'all see Jason post about Taylor? It was weird considering Dee and Angela encouraged Kamu. Wait, Sammy, what you talking about?
Girl, what his post was. I'm so sick of shit. You're gonna have to find it and let me know what they say because I ain't looking up.
I want to hang out with both of them after the show. If Taylor has blinders, don't you? Oh, okay. Did you see Jason's post about Taylor? It's so weird considering Dee and Angela encouraged Kamu. Okay, I didn't see his post.
Girl, let me look the post up at this point. It was on Twitter. Where was the post? Somebody.
Sammy, where the post at?
Please. Ooh, I'm so sick of weird shit.
What? Because what he's saying he want to hang. I don't know why he would say that he want to hang out with Kamu. That'd be crazy.
That would be insane.
Like, why would you want to hang out with him? Sammy, you in the Discord? Send it there. Oh, yeah, Lord. Child. I'm like, sometimes I be posting on Twitter, and if I come back and it's a lot of notifications, I be scared. I'm nervous. Like, oh, Lord, who hit me up?
You like mushrooms?
No, I got social media anxiety. Mushrooms? Yeah, I do. Like to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Me too. Some people not a fan. I like mushrooms.
No, I literally will salt mushrooms just with a little butter, salt, and pepper. That's a good style right there.
Oh, you know what you're talking about.
Some good sauteed mushrooms. Do you like steak, Pharaoh?
I can't say that I do. I don't eat it enough.
Me either. I mean, I work at a steakhouse though, so I'm like, but people be asking me about steaks. I'm like, I don't even eat them that much.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should though. I don't think about it. I feel like I would really like steaks. Like I need to be one of those like fit niggas who like eat steak all the time. You know what I mean? I feel like I would fuck with that. I like asparagus too. I'm watching this Master Chef shit. That's why I keep talking about food. Oh, Caleb, you muted. Had you talking to yourself?
You hear me?
You back. Yeah, you back.
Okay. No, I was saying, am I the only person that asparagus makes my pee smell weird? Like,
Does it?
I experienced that.
I don't know that I paid enough attention to how it smelled when I pee after I eat asparagus, if I'm being honest.
Dog, you have to. Because one time I thought about it and somebody said it and I was like, oh, okay. And then I ate a pasta and it was like cut up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, asparagus does that to me too. And then I forgot that the asparagus was in the pasta and I peed and I was like, what the it's not like a foul smell, but it's like just a weird smell.
Okay.
Next time you eat asparagus, let me know.
Yeah, because I need more information. If I'm being honest.
No, I'm telling you, amethyst. You know what I'm talking about.
I ain't never heard of that.
I'm telling you, Pharaoh. Well, I mean, I feel like it's not because my best friend, I asked her the same thing, and she was like, "Girl, no," and I was like, "I swear to goodness," because somebody else said it, and then when I realized it, I was like, "Damn, I guess it does make your pee smell weird."
Interesting.
Just saying, because is asparagus does it grow anywhere, or is this like one of those like genetic
Man-made. I
vegetables?
don't know. That's a good question.
Kind of like a broccolini and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like I want to say that it's man-made, but I don't know that that's true. So I mean, I want to say that it grows, but I don't know that that's true. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
JJ
say
said yes. That's a well-known fact that asparagus makes your pee smell weird. Okay, thank you.
interesting.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
kind of want to smell it now. Like
go eat some asparagus. Get some soon.
I don't think it happens to me.
You should. Well, now you have to like put it to
Test
the
it
side.
out. Okay.
Now that it's
Honestly, I would just eat asparagus. Like, well, it would have to be sauteed, but like, I would
yeah.
just eat some asparagus. Like,
Oh, I love asparagus.
I'm a fan, truly.
Pinelli asked, "What's our thoughts on Brussels sprouts?" I love them. I don't like cooking them. They fucking stink.
I don't cook them enough to have thoughts on it. Honestly, I don't think I've ever even eaten. Maybe I've eaten Brussels sprouts one time. Like,
They're really good.
I don't eat them often. Someone told me that they're really good though. Someone else other than you. So now I really believe it.
But they're good. But I bought them one time to make them. They're like little baby cabbages. But
Oh,
um, I had them in my refrigerator. I had made some, and they were in there for a while, and they smelled so bad,
mm,
like little farts. I was so
mm.
off. Like it really made my refrigerator smell crazy.
I'm trying to think of like what my favorite vegetable is. I obviously love potatoes, but like those almost don't count for me. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
I need like a green.
like a green
Oh,
vegetable.
I love spinach.
I do love
I
spinach.
love spinach. I love, like I said, asparagus. Broccoli is okay. I think it's just the most simplest one, but I don't think it's that good, that tasty. If I'm being honest.
Broccoli and spinach are the ones you could do the most with. Like you
I see
can
it.
you can cheddar a broccoli. You
That's
know, you
true.
can saute it, put a little garlic, little salt, pepper,
That's true.
put it in a little soup.
Oh, I love broccoli cheddar soup.
Yeah. Do
Every
y'all
you
have
gonna get me
potbellies?
with that. You said, do I have a who?
Do y'all have pot bellies? And I can't remember if I ever.
I'm sure we do, but I've never ate that before. What is that?
It's a sandwich shop because they're bringing the first one to Atlanta. My friend put it on Twitter, and I was like, "Y'all ain't got a pot bellies?"
Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure we have one.
It's a
I'm sure.
sandwich spot. Broccolini over broccoli. See, I don't know how I
What's the
feel about
difference? I'm
broccoli.
wondering.
No, broccolini is like the long stem broccoli. Like, that's the genetic. It's like a cross between broccoli and I don't think it's asparagus. It's something else.
Broccolini? I don't think I've had it before. Honestly.
It's a long stem broccoli, basically. Let me see what this joint say. Oh, okay. It's a hybrid of broccoli and jilon. Sometimes it's referred to as basically a Chinese kale, but it's like a long, like stem something.
Interesting.
So that's what I'm like, yeah. It's like a man-made vegetable.
Why do we make restaurants? Why don't we just eat? Why do we make? What's? Am I like for real? Because I didn't really get it out, but
Breeding
like
veggies and shit.
we need to stop touching shit
Yeah,
as a
okay.
rate. Like as a human, like we need to stop doing that. What the fuck does that even mean? Got me going crazy for that. Boom, nah. I do what I
What is
want.
these
I got that.
various veggies? Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
My favorite veggies are Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
No, I'm reading this from
Oh,
April. Same family, cruciferius. Is that how you pronounce that? I've never seen that word, but yes. Veggies, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. They're all a part of the same vegetable family, I assume. God, I'm going crazy for that poona na. I do what I want. I got that ooh shalaka laka.
Mm-hmm.
He do what I but I la.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find out whose song that is.
Because I know that whole set of lyrics, like, but don't know who sang it.
Why did that video of Yash go so good with it? That's the crazy part.
He was dancing on beat. You really put any beat behind it, it worked.
I know. Do you remember that Beyonce on Beach Shrimp when they was putting her dancing to like every fucking song?
Mm-hmm.
You see that? That was something.
I did.
That's
No
all.
one how to sing and dance like talent. I
Nah,
could never.
fair.
Cool, I'm finna fall out. I hope they ain't talking game.
All I see is Drew and his Yu-Gi-Oh helmet on his head.
Oh, it do give Yu-Gi-Oh. Like for
Goku,
real.
motherfuckers. I'm like, Barrett got a pepper and mullet, and that motherfucker got a Yu-Gi-Oh helmet. I be feeling like Lala talking about them like that motherfucker.
That's a motherfucker.
That's a motherfucker. I so feel her.
All this damn clicking I'm doing.
Hey, you know they ain't talking about shit.
I'm sure finna turn this shit off. That's no tea, no shade.
I know, y'all.
That's not.
That's how you know they ain't talking about shit when broccolini is on the docket.
Right. That's the topic of the conversation.
Period. What'd you eat today, Pharaoh? Normally you be
Some
getting people
some shit I ordered. What did I order?
water today.
Oh, Wingstop. Ooh.
They just, well, they ain't just, but they put a wing stop by my house like maybe few months ago.
Oh, that's what's up. It was good too. I ain't even gonna hold you.
It be too ghetto in there though. I don't even go in
It
there.
do just loud and crowded and everybody there.
It be too ghetto in that joint. I'm sorry.
Be a lot going on.
Every time I think to go in there, I be like, actually.
Maybe next time.
My pepper spray old. I gotta save that for like the real perpetrator that try to catch me up. I gotta get a bitch up off of me. I can't be using it in the wing stop unnecessarily.
No, that's right. You keep your pepper spray on your keychain?
Well, I did have it on my keychain, but I had to take it off at one point because I was traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have it, and I kind of just put the ring around my finger so I could just get a bitch together real quick. I'm about to get a taser though.
I know that's right. As you should.
Yeah,
protect yourself. However you need to. You haven't ever had to use it before, correct?
I have not.
That's
thankfully.
Beautiful. Yeah, look at God.
I don't be around the baddies.
I know that's right. Yeah, I really just don't ever be I don't be in those situations because I don't be around nobody like that either. Like, I stay to myself. I mind my business. Like, you're not gonna catch me out in the streets. Trust.
Y'all also drive a lot in the South. Like we are more like, pedestrian type people.
So what y'all do? Walk?
Yeah.
That's true. It is a lot of walking. Like when I went to New York, everybody was walking. I'm like, damn, y'all really just be walking?
Yeah, child. Be on a good foot.
That's right.
Low key, I was just talking to my mom before she left. She came over. I got her some food. Her birthday was yesterday, so I was like, she didn't want to be bothered with us, but she went to a concert today. She was like, "Do not come visit me. I don't want to see you." I was like, "That's real.
That is real."
Today, so she stopped past my house, and I was telling her because the train station, it's like maybe like a 10-minute walk from my apartment. But sometimes it'd be cabs outside, so I'll like go hop in a cab. It's like maybe like $8 to get around the corner, right?
Yeah.
Which to me is a lot. I'm like, save $8, walk 10 minutes. That makes sense. But sometimes it's late. I'm like trying to be safe. This is one motherfucking cab driver, dog.
You see him all the time?
I don't see him all the time, but okay, so this what happened. I get in the cab. He's talking about, because this not Uber. This like a actual cab.
Right.
So I get in the cab. They got the little meter and joint, whatever. He's like, oh, the meter not working. I got cash on me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, well, I tell him my address. We get to going or whatever. We get to my house. He's like, oh, it's $10. I said, see, I said, normally it's like right around $8, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, and he upset with me. I'm like, all right, well, first of all, lower your voice. Second of all, I don't have a problem with paying you $10 or whatever, because normally I like tip or whatever. But I'm like, you talk about your meter don't work and this, that, and the third, and you only taking cash, is giving a little scamiana.
No shit.
Okay, you trying to name your price tool. Ain't nobody got time for that.
At all.
And so the next time I go, maybe like a week or two ago, I try to go get a cab. I walk up to his cab. I didn't even know it was the same dude. He like got an attitude already. Don't get in my car. Da 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 da. I took a picture. I got in the next cab. Gave him $15. Go ahead, take me to where I need to go.
Right.
I was like, yeah, he a whole bitch. Da 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 da. Whatever. I come out today. Now this time I done took a picture of his license plate. I'm looking. Soon the first cab I see. I was like, let me go ahead and walk. I ain't even about to spend my money on y'all.
Oh yeah, nah, because you can't keep playing with people who keep playing around. I don't like none of that.
He a little weird ass joint because he don't even be sitting in his cab. He be sitting outside. He think he a big dog. Like,
oh nah, baby.
That's just for the fun of it.
Oh please. Oh,
Nah,
please.
I was like, I wouldn't do that, but I ain't gonna hold you. I could possibly if he got me bad enough. Got to playing around. I probably would, and then run my ass home.
You play too much. Okay, wait, this is. Okay, yeah,
Y'all
you
think this
you got it,
is
bad.
prize swap competition? Oh yeah, we haven't seen that.
We got a what competition?
The prize swap when they like,
Oh, yeah, that's true. I know what you're talking
oh, NY Baddie. No, I used to live in New York though. I used to live in Harlem on 127th and Lenox. Taylor was just throwing ass in the storage room. I saw her. She's so silly.
Mm.
What kind of weirdo shit is Drew and Barry doing?
They always on some shit, bro. And it ain't never nothing worth listening to. It's never worth fighting for. A love worth fighting for. What you feel about Mulan?
The cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I saw it so long ago though, honestly.
Okay, yeah, I fuck with Mulan.
I like Mulan though. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Hmm.
Is that it?
I really, 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 really do like it though. You mean like Princess or just in general?
Let's do like classic Disney movies.
Lovely Lilo and Stitch. Lovely Lilo and Stitch. Does that count?
Uh,
I gotta go a little. I gotta go a little further back.
well, okay, because it's Pixar. What's
Okay,
that? Is that DreamWorks or is that Disney?
that's Disney, but it's like separate a little bit, but not really what it is.
Okay, because we have like the Pixar type shit, and then
Yes,
like when you say princesses, I get what you're saying, but because I'm like Lion King would be a Disney classic.
right. Which I like Lion King too a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lilo. I like Lilo and Stitch.
I like Lilo and Stitch too.
That's not that's not Pixar. That's Disney. But
Hmm.
it's like
But that's how I feel about Toy Story too.
now that's Pixar.
That's Pixar. Okay.
Hmm. Love Toy Story. Toy Story is probably my favorite Pixar movie.
Hmm.
Um, my favorite like Disney princess movie is Little Mermaid.
I think mine might be Beauty and the Beast.
Really?
Hmm.
That's wonderful. I used to watch this movie a lot. It was called Beastly, and it's like kind of a rendition of Beauty and the Beast, but it's like they're humans.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And it had Vanessa Hudgens, I want to say. I
Yes,
used to love that
I know
movie.
that movie. I don't think I've seen it, but I remember it.
Okay, yeah, I used to love that movie. It was doing it for me. No shade.
Yeah, I like a lot of the music in Beauty and the Beast.
That's why I like Little Mermaid too. I like music and I really enjoy like musical movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Someone said Coco over Toy Story. Coco is good. I just grew up with Toy Story, you know.
I know. I'm like Toy Story and Monsters Inc.
Hmm.
were like those like first Pixar movies. I was like, or is Monster Inc. That's Pixar, right?
Yeah, it is. You're right.
And what's the oh no, my shit is Shrek. Low key.
Oh, I
That's
love
my
Shrek. The girls want to do this game. Caleb, you got to do this game with them.
okay.
They want to
What's
do
that?
the name association. I'm gonna say somebody's name. Really, you don't even need to see them. Actually, don't see them because you need to
Okay,
just
yeah.
say your honest saying. So I'm gonna say somebody's name, and you got to say the first word that comes to your mind. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Barrett,
Born.
Lala,
Mama.
Yash,
Scarlet.
Mallory,
Whip. In my whip.
Drew,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Devins,
Stank.
Haley,
Red.
Taylor.
Support.
D.
Ew.
Angela.
Yikes.
Mallory. Did I say her?
Meth.
I know that's right. That was everybody. Girl, we did that. We did that yesterday, and it was so hilarious. They
No,
said D. I said loser.
I'm sending y'all to Denisha. I clipped y'all from last night.
Oh my god, you did?
Yes, I did. I was
That is
watching.
crazy.
His class is so funny.
That was funny as well.
When you said Taylor, he said Chelsea. I said, hold up, I gotta go back and clip this. So stupid.
Oh my god, that was silly as fuck.
And what you said, disgustinger.
That was crazy.
Y'all had me crying.
I see why. Honestly, I always would love to play that game. Like after,
No.
if I get evicted, bro, and they ask me to do the word association game, I'm gonna have a whole blast with it, baby.
Oh, for sure. What do they ask them in their, like? Does any particular person ask them in their post eviction?
I think it's Mike Bloom. I think Mike Bloom does it every time or something like that. Girl, I don't know. I always just watch the clips. I don't really be watching the exit interviews. I kind of don't give a fuck what they got.
I really thought that Chuck didn't have nothing to say about nobody. I was like, is this edited?
Bro, when he would,
they was like, y'all. She was like, Taylor, why, la, ooh, ah.
That video sent the fuck out of me. Somebody said we need to straighten up our posture. I am real bad with that. Because I should be like,
look, you just mind your damn business.
Like this. Okay. I will say it feels a little bit better.
No, I do actually try to be mindful about my posture. I told my mom in elementary school, they gave me the scoliosis test and said I had scoliosis. She said they never told me that. I said,
that's crazy.
I said, I was in the nurse's office. And she's like, they never told me that. You know how Black parents are.
My dumbass always thought, because when you bend down, like when you curve your back, your bone starts sticking out. Like your spine sticks out a little bit. Mm-hmm. When I would do that, I always felt like because my spine's poked out, I had scoliosis. And it's like, no, baby. It's when your spine is like a little curved.
Curvature to it. You was like,
Right. I was like, oh. And then they would always say, you don't have it. You're good. And I'd be like, oh.
No, I swear I told my mom. She's like, they never said that. I was like, this is some Black parent shit. Now I'm getting gaslit.
No, because girl, they said that and you forgot.
I was in that nurse's office. I remember.
Yeah, they said that. You was like, she gonna be all right. And you move forward.
She'll be perfectly fine. Send her ass home. Give her just real.
Sad. What do you want? A girl worth fighting for. Think of instead. Someone says, I love Princess and the Frog. I love.
Yeah. Did you see that? What Anika, Noni Rose, Brandy, and Haley were all together?
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. So it was like Cinderella, Tiana,
and Jasmine or whoever.
Ariel.
Girl, I don't know nobody's name for real. No shit.
Yo, Aladdin has some good music too.
It did. I fuck with Aladdin too. I didn't watch Aladdin until I was older though. Like I never watched it as a kid. It wasn't until I was grown and I watched it and I was like, oh, I fuck with this.
Did you ever play the Sega games? That might be that's really aging me.
Give me an example of what one of them is.
They all used to have like games. Like Aladdin had a Sega game. Rugrats. Hold on, I'm about to sing you something.
You losing me. I don't think I've definitely heard of the word Sega, but I don't think I know exactly what it is.
It was like one of the first games. Nintendo was the first.
So I know Nintendo.
Sorry, but Sega Genesis. It used to be a game system back in the day. And I'm gonna hold on because I just watched something. It popped up on my timeline on Twitter, but there used to be like a Rugrats game, and it was a Lion King game. Hold on,
I've definitely played a Rugrats game when I was like little.
let me see if I can find it. But they used to have these. Hold on, I'm gonna send you this. It's an Aladdin game. I'm putting it in Discord. Send it to you in Discord.
Okay, let me see.
But it looked, I mean, obviously it looked basic as hell compared to games now. But hold on.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, there was this Rugrat game I used to fuck with heavy. I don't even
Yeah,
remember really what I was doing.
it probably is that game, but because like social media, little posts, they be posting all these like little nostalgia things. But that Rugrats game,
Oh yeah.
ass. But originally it was on a Sega Genesis, and that was like an old game system. Like back in the day. I think after, I mean, then the PlayStation came out.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story game on Sega, yeah. I played it on my Game Boy. Moana music does go crazy. Yep, yep, yep.
What's going on? Hi, Stephanie. Girl, you came at the worst time because I'm gonna turn this shit off. But hey, for the last couple of minutes.
Well,
You
good
know
because
you ain't used to last three.
I wasn't really planning on staying for long either.
I know that's right. How was your day?
Good.
How is wedding
How's the
going?
show going right now? I bet we're all having fun.
Are you asking about BB 28?
Yeah.
We talked about that in the last hour and a half.
I bet you having fun.
I honestly haven't been watching the feeds.
Girl, this your girl, HOA. It ain't nothing to see. She's safe. That's all that matters.
Like I've seen the clips of like what's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
But have I been wanting to put the feeds on? No. So.
Yeah, it ain't nothing to see for real. You ain't
Boring.
missing. You ain't missing
Not
nothing.
you, them.
Oh shame. You ain't miss a thing, child.
I do have a question though. I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but Tez is leaving.
Okay.
Hi, Tez.
That was a drive-by. Thank you. What is watermelon? I don't know what that is, but okay.
I think it's just the jewel.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone keeps saying that Drew can't lie about his power, and I don't think he's doing this, but isn't it he can't lie about his power or like what it does, but can he lie about which one he got?
I don't know. I
don't think he's doing that. I would be surprised if he is lying completely.
Because Dee was the one who said you can't lie about. Like she reminded him that he can't, and he was like, "Yeah, I know, I'm not." I'm like, maybe because you can't lie about what
your power does,
right?
But I feel like it's never been said that you can lie about which power you got or not.
Because also, like, what if somebody wants to just lie about having a power? Like, can't they do? Like, I'm pretty sure people can do a lot of different stuff, but I don't know what their rules are about what you can and what you can't like lie about with the power. So I don't know officially. That's like tentative. We gotta like put a pin in that.
My only thing is that how would he know which powers are up for grabs? He wouldn't know.
But does anybody?
But no, they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, how would he know which power? I mean, we
Yeah,
know.
because
He
he
can
did say
just
that
say
never know. But he could have just known
he could
because
have
they
just
talked
pulled
about
that out
like
of his ass, right?
because what's her name? Angela. Definitely, there was a week where Angela like went over what powers have happened in the past, essentially.
Taylor was just looking. Oh, it's probably because she's have not, right? She was looking
Yeah, I
at
don't think so.
the rule book, I think.
I don't know what she said, but she looked at the screen.
Wasn't Dee cheating the whole time?
Girl, about what?
When she was a have not? I know people was like,
Oh,
"Dee
she was eating.
I'm gonna do what I
I felt like
want.
it was an accident at
I'ma
first.
do
Yeah, I
what I
thought she
want."
lied, or I think she accidentally snacked at one point, but I don't think she was
Yeah.
like doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I was like, I think it was an accident too.
Okay.
Yeah, like
thought
I think she ate some candy like right after being told she's or like have not, and I think she just forgot.
Okay, I thought she was Natalie 9. Gotta pick up in the back, baddie blunts in the front, purse 101.
First 101. Yeah, what was Taylor looking up in the rule book? Somebody in the chat.
I don't know what she was doing.
She was giving Mimi in that storage room.
She was.
Oh Lord, let me not add more black women to her list. Dave, who the fuck is Bunk Leg? What is that? Oh, that's the person over top of you. Sorry. Was he cheating the whole time?
They're being
Oh, this
rude.
person in the chat mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
my sideburns. No, this is like my little Jew curl.
Yeah, it's just a little like
It's my little tundra.
hair. Yeah.
It's okay, you know. Stay with.
Boot this bitch up out of here.
Okay. Period. Thank you. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. Like,
in the comments talking crazy.
child, I be in the comments talking back. And what else is going on?
No shade.
What I tell you, Pharaoh, when you ask me, what you want to say when people trying to like say stuff to you?
What did you say? I forgot. I'll be forgetting.
I sent you the Tamra Judd gif. No, it's my opinion. Fuck y'all. I mean, not y'all. I love all y'all. The ones that love me. But anybody else, girl, fuck.
I do live in my delusional world where I still want to root for Dee and Barrett.
Period.
Stephanie.
You gotta let her have it.
Let me have something. I don't
let her
know.
have
Drew
it.
can go. I do like Drew. I see Drew as just another Hispanic man that has let me down as per usual. Like when I see a Hispanic man on a reality show, except for like Jason.
Great.
And that's because it's usually like that for some reason. If it's a Hispanic straight man, I know he's gonna let me down. I know he's gonna let me down.
Wasn't there a Hispanic man last season?
General.
Joseph? Oh no.
27. Adrian.
He let us down.
Damn, girl. I'm sorry.
And it still is to this day. To this very day.
And like the fact that I want to talk about this a little bit where I think Drew, maybe it's because he's 22, but I think he's an insecure man. And
I agree.
Just like even like with his own identity, he recently got Mexican citizenship, but he's like okay with calling himself just some white boy. But I do think he's trying to. I think with getting Mexican citizenship, he wants to connect with his culture, but is okay with calling himself a white boy. And I just don't. It's like he's belittling himself and not accepting or doesn't want to, like, acknowledges that he's Mexican, but doesn't at the same time. Yeah. And I'm confused by it. I think he needs to go on a journey on his, like, other than Big Brother and what that's going to do for him. It's definitely going to open his eyes once he's out of it. and sees everything that happened and like how he was looked at and his comments and looks within. But I don't think like he needs more than just the big brother. He needs to fully do a journey, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Because he did say, like, even like, wasn't it like the first week he makes the joke, like, oh, am I a part of the 50%? I probably shouldn't be, or something
Yeah.
like that. And it's like, yeah, but also,
I know
like,
a lot of people,
you know,
even in the Royal Kingdom, don't include Hispanic people in the POC community. I have my own opinions about that, but we can all have our own opinions about that, and I respect it. But I just think Drew is an interesting person when it comes to just calling himself a white boy.
His self-identity for sure. But that's like kind of like it's weird because I feel like Drew is like an example of like how sometimes people who are like of different races or really Latinos, like sometimes they don't understand or sometimes they don't look within themselves. And I think like Drew is just one of the examples. But honestly, I like when it comes to BIPOC and et cetera, like I feel like Latinos can be included in it. But then they also have the same, sometimes they have the same privilege as like if a white person played it.
No, definitely privileges. Like I have my own privileges because I'm pale. I always mention like I got stopped by a cop twice, and they just waved me off, and I do look into that.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And Drew just, I think when you accept things or when you say things like I'm just a white boy or
I'm not a part of the 50%.
Yeah, I'm not a part of the 50%. It gives, you're just accepting that. Like, if you are Mexican and you want to, he is Mexican, and you go out of your way to get Mexican citizenship. Like, I don't even have that. That shows that you want to be a part of your culture.
Yeah,
so embrace it and look into that and look into your culture. And maybe he's already been doing this stuff, but he doesn't really show that with how he speaks and how he acts, I guess. But like he could be talking more about his culture in the Big Brother house, but he doesn't.
Honestly. Or even like the exploration of like finding it, like, because even if he isn't there, he could also just talk about the concept of it or his want of it. And sometimes he mentions it, but he never mentions it like
he like really only mentions it, I think, when it comes to his mother. Which he, I don't know, maybe talk to your mom more about it. About honestly. Her immigration to the United States of America.
Very interesting.
We can kind of hear you. You're like cutting in and out.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little
far away.
Oh, my bad. Y'all, I had a little technical difficulty over here.
I know that Latino isn't a race, but we don't really have a spot to, like, I always talk about this, or like a lot of Hispanic people, Latinos talk about this. We don't have, like, when we go to the doctor, we don't have a spot to mark. It's either white, it's black, it's Native American, it's Asian. We don't have a spot. Like, I sometimes write the Native American, or I think it's also, there's one for Pacific Islander. Sometimes I mark that one. Like, I don't know which one to mark because I don't consider myself any of these. Sometimes I'm like, I might actually have Native American in me. I just haven't gone out of the way to do the blood work because I am Mexican and Guatemalan, and Mexicans are technically, our land was Texas, and like around there. So I might be freaking Native American and I just don't know it. I haven't gone out of my way to do the blood work.
There's like Latino people because what happened, everyone knows what happens like long ago where
Colonization and all that.
and all of that. Like from my understanding, like Latino people could be native, white, black, whatever. And like I think some people get just group the Latino race as just Latino and that's it. But it's like there's native Latinos who are not white or associated with whiteness either. And there's also Spaniard Latinos who were associated with that. And then there's also Latinos who were black. So it's like there's definitely different types of Latino. And then it's child. I just hate calling
I have to
it
do my own journey because I also have realized like I'm actually mestiza, which is Guatemalan, like is a part of our own nativeness. But I need to do more journey into that myself because I've gone to Guatemala a couple times, but not enough.
A couple of times is good too, though. Some people don't go at all. Like some people don't travel at all or see or understand their origin at all. So it's good that you even do that. Honestly,
it's
are both of your parents?
Reunion.
What's
it's on the 12th.
Oh,
she's talking to someone.
Lord.
Say.
I was gonna say, are both of your parents Mexican or?
My mom is Guatemalan and my dad is my father is Mexican. I don't know anything about
you can't say that. You have to say father.
Well, because
you don't fuck with him.
He my mom got pregnant and he left.
Oh, okay.
So.
Period. My bad.
But I do have a man in my life that I call my dad. He's just not my he's my dad.
Yeah. Okay. Period.
So I don't know anything about my Mexican side. So I'm more Guatemalan.
Okay, period. Oh, that's right.
But I've gone to like we call it a pueblo, which is just like a village, because it's literally like when I went, we had to take showers where we poured it onto ourselves. And then that was actually I've gone 3 times. The first time I always forget because I went when I was like real little and I don't remember anything that happened. There's pictures of me looking real kiddish, my fiance says that I look like like I could be taken from like the Ghibli movies. Like I look like a literal Ghibli child, he says. There's like a waterfall behind me and everything.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
But yeah, like it's a real like they have electricity. But it's like now because most of my family is in the United States, we send money over to them. So our family is considered like the rich people, and now we have running water and electricity, and they like it's like those are the people with the nice things and and we like send them over our clothes whenever like hand-me-downs and stuff, and we don't need it anymore. And so to them it's like they're getting brand new clothes. And like those are the people with everything.
Yeah, that is interesting, but like in a sad way, but also in a good way, because at least they're getting something. But like, damn, people really live differently, like genuinely.
My mom, when she goes, my mom recently got citizenship, and she wasn't able to go to her pueblo for a long time, like more 20 plus years.
Damn.
And now when she goes, she prepares this big ass box where she puts a bunch of like brand new shoes, brand new clothes, like everything. Or like also just things that not like, because we have a bunch of kids in our family, so like if anybody doesn't need their stuff anymore, we put it in there. And she does like a basically like she's Santa Claus and like everyone in the pueblo gets a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell what's a pueblo?
So it's like a village, but I think it's like the translation maybe is village, but it's like town.
Oh, okay.
But it's real, like it's not city at all. Like I was saying, like most people don't have running water. My family is considered like the rich people because we send money over to them.
Mm-hmm. Issa says it's the exact same with their family. They always send boxes over to the family in DR. That's cool as fuck, though. Y'all, Taylor. Oh, that's why Taylor was looking at the rule book, because she was seeing if she could hide Drew's hairbrush. And so she
really?
Yes, bro.
That's
she hid it.
That's
oh, he's gonna be panicking tonight. I'm wondering, like, where did you hide it?
Did she do it?
Though? I think she did it already, because she whispered to Yash and she says she told him that she did it. That's hilarious.
Oh, he probably will lose his shit.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, what's he gonna do tonight?
He's gonna blame them. He's gonna blame them.
I mean, he finally, you're right about something, because
right, okay.
She did hide it.
Imagine he did it, and he says, Mallory did it.
He might think he lost it for a while, or he might think it's a joke. You know how they play so many like jokes on each other, like ah ha ha, put me up, ha ha ha. He might think it's like a joke.
I had a feeling that Taylor was doing something naughty though, because the way she was smiling, and then when she went to Yash, she was just like,
yeah. That's funny as fuck.
So there have nots, Taylor, and who else?
Mallory,
and Lala, yeah. That's hilarious. Y'all, I'm finna go to bed like them, because I'm tired and they ain't doing shit. So I'm finna log out and we can call it a night. This was a crazy day. A lot was going on. Yes. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Dead ass. Thank you.
Yes, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Period.
Bye.
Good night,
bye, y'all. Thanks for keeping it real.